All right, welcome back finally to Orphans of the American Dream. Um, we have been a while, but here we are with
Connor's on his
the
second life
finale.
already. It's been so long.
Oof.
Long story short, I had a wedding celebration this weekend and had this one. I had to keep canceling RPGs. They wanted it to be perfect, and it
Well,
was.
we
It was
were gonna
great.
try to do it last week, and that
Yeah,
was David's fault. Well, it wasn't David's fault. It was the internet company's fault.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's all
It
good.
turns out it was
It
actually
was
mostly
fate.
my fault.
Oh no,
So
really?
what happened was our internet went out, and while it was out, they severed my connection because I hadn't paid my bill yet, but didn't tell me that. I mean, they might have. I have some missed voicemails, some numbers I don't know. But the problem was my internet didn't turn back on, but I assumed it was because of the outage, but it wasn't. It was because I hadn't paid my bill, and so it was only out for like an hour, but I didn't know that. So eventually, I looked at my account and it was like, "Yeah, your service has been disconnected." I was like, so I just paid
So
it, and then like
we
10 minutes
will
later, it was fine.
indeed blame David for this.
Yeah,
So we
I
would have been
mean,
live back next.
I would have been an hour late, but I still could have done it.
Yeah, I would have been an hour late too because the stupid monsoon.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's all good. Anyway, Connor.
Yes. So, we're back at the finale though, and everything's gonna work out just fine.
5 whole minutes early.
Yeah, it's not bad.
By 5 minutes early, 25 minutes late.
And as we open up here, we get a flashback. And in this flashback, the song "Soldier" by Flurry starts playing as the scene opens up, and we see a soldier in U.S. military armor come up over a hill in the desert with a hard hat or with a helmet. And we see him marching with soldiers and going to war. And we see him like during a battle, and he's helping up his fellow soldiers, and somebody gets shot and he throws them over his shoulder and he is rescuing them. And he is just like the model soldier of bravery and courage as he's attacking the enemy and looking out for his fellow soldiers. And then something changes as this montage kind of continues. And he catches one of his comrades in arms after a battle one time, mercilessly just beating a soldier who has been wounded in battle on the enemy team, and he just beats him to a crisp with the butt of his rifle. And he notices this after the battle, and it's one of the soldiers he helped save during this fight, and it doesn't sit well with him. And then we get a close up of his face, and the audience now can tell that this is Mark, the prophet. And we get another scene of them going into a town to liberate it. And they kill all the enemy soldiers, and everything's fine, except after they liberate it, the Mark, as a soldier, is helping a couple of kids and like playing basketball with them, let's say. And he notices a different one of his comrades in arms forcibly grab a woman and take her into a house with him, and closes the door. And again, his face grows more solemn and angry. And then finally, he's walking through the desert, and they are going towards another village. And this is, you can tell, like the cut makes it show that it's like a couple of years later, because Mark has different marks on his shoulder for a different rank on his shoulder. And a couple of years later, he's has a commanding officer still, and they're going into that same town that was there before to liberate it again. And this time, as they're shooting the soldiers, the women and children are crying out and start getting in the way of the shots. And the soldiers just keep firing. And Mark looks around and just puts down his rifle. It stops firing. He doesn't like drop it, but he lowers his rifle and looks around. And the music crescendos. And he lifts his rifle back up and turns it on his own soldiers and starts firing. And pulls out his combat knife and gets up close and slices the neck of a soldier and grabs out a sidearm and turns around and shoots one of his friends in the head. And it just becomes a massacre of him having to defend himself from the soldiers in the city, and then also killing his own men. And it just becomes a bloodbath. And afterwards, he goes over to his commanding officer and he cuts his sleeve where his rank was and pulls off his sleeve and just like disgraces him. And then we cut to him back on US soil and he's in court, and they dishonorably discharge him without enough evidence to prove that he turned on his own men. And we see him slump against a wall outside of the courtroom and fall on the ground. And then we see a single hand reach out down to him. And he looks up, and it is John. And Mark reaches up and he takes John's hand. And as he's pulled up, we cut back to modern day or present day. And Mark is leading a bunch of soldiers out of the building onto the like invisible sight to you guys, like at the base floor, as he's like kind of setting up like a trench and minigun turrets and snipers on the roof and all sorts of things as they're getting ready for battle against you guys.
All right, I have a question here.
Yeah.
You said he beat somebody to a crisp. How strong is he?
No.
He watched somebody else do it.
Yeah.
But I get your
watched someone
joke.
beat someone to a crisp.
Yes. I see your joke.
Meant to pulp. How about that? Pulp,
Okay.
not crisp.
So he's so strong, he incinerated him.
Yeah, his buddy in arms was actually Zuko.
You ever heard that joke? How many slaps does it take to cook a turkey?
Yeah.
I mean,
I knew what Connor meant when he said it, and I was like,
same.
okay.
Yeah, but I had to.
But you're Jared, and you have to say something. Yeah. Obviously. Faux show. So, we leave, and we don't do this.
Oh yes. We start the session with everyone giving Caleb crap. Go on, Connor.
So, how much do people know about this? Who did I tell? Do we remember?
You brought David and Jared and Connor together, and you said, "Hey, guess what? Everything's great now." And then
Also, Lang and Emily know.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
that's true. They know.
So basically, everyone that matters.
If you want to go ahead and lay into me, feel free.
So I think what we get, I think the scene we get is you guys kind of looking up over the edge of the highway as you're looking down there, and Connor just like starts shaking his head, like just you four like looking up over the like what's it called, the barrier on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Connor's just shaking his head, and he looks at you, Kevin. He says, "You suck, you know that?"
Does he laugh like that, or does he
No.
just...
No.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like going like this, like rubbing my forehead. I'm just like, listen, it wasn't supposed to go like this.
I like you. I'd expect this sort of stupidity from David or I.
Listen, I made a judgment call, and it was the wrong one, apparently. I thought Matthew was on our side. Sorry, what did you say, David?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you say that, and I'm like, wow, it was going to end up like this at some point.
Yeah, but I hope we would be further along than this. I'm sorry, all right? All right, is that what you want me to say? I'm sorry.
And Connor's like, yep, that's what I wanted you to say. All right, let's figure this out.
All right.
Plan the same?
Everyone attacks from the north, and David and I will attack from the south.
Listen, if we actually just a frontal assault, everyone's dead. Our plan before was an infiltration and then a desperate charge when things got rough, and that's not going to work anymore. Somehow we need to get those scientists inside a unbelievably secure facility that has been alerted to our presence. I'm not entirely sure how we do that. And then I frown.
Making a distraction's not going to work either because they know it'll just be a distraction.
I'm just like frowning, and I say, we probably could have done it with Josh.
What if we dig a tunnel?
I look at you. Dig a tunnel.
Remember, this is a time-sensitive mission.
Exactly. Does Connor say that?
Yes.
It's already been established that taking these nukes apart is going to take days. There was never any circumstance where we did this without having to kill everybody, or at least break their morale.
Yes, but there's no way. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if there could be a plan. If we attack them now, we die. That's the way it is. We
just do what any smaller force does to beat a superior force. We don't fight them head on with full numbers. We draw them out.
But they have no reason to leave.
They have zero.
That doesn't matter. Their reason will be they're being shot at. It makes them angry. People are stupid when people are trying to kill them.
People are stupid.
Savages and
the prophets are not stupid.
We're fighting an army.
And maybe the prophets will stay there. But what about the guy who's getting shot at?
Well, they're being commanded by the prophets, so I don't think they'll go anywhere.
In a highly defensible military base.
Look, all I'm saying is it was a common strategy to cause a fake retreat because they knew in previous periods that soldiers would pursue, and then they collapsed on them and killed them because they were surrounded. It literally charged into an enemy trap that was very clearly set back for them because they got tunnel vision. Those people had commanders too. Probably much more vicious commanders. People had a lot more leeway back then.
Yeah, I'm just frowning. And I look at Connor, and I'm just like, I don't know. What do you think?
Connor says, I think the plan is the same.
How?
We get inside and draw out the army.
How?
Full frontal assault?
No.
Except a small squad sneaks in.
You die. And you say that as I am saying you die, and then I frown and I look at you. I'm like, oh, right. So I'm basically like, oh, okay, yeah, we die.
What he means,
right? That is the point.
Is a feint.
No, exactly. But what I'm saying is, and what I've kind of realized in my head is right, of course, this was a suicide mission from the very beginning, and that means yes, a force is going to attack, and they're going to die. But the people who use that distraction to get in won't.
Whether or not they die depends on how fast we do our job.
Yeah. Yeah, so I look at Connor and I'm like, same plan? That means me, David, Jared, and the doctors. And that means you're out here.
Connor says, well, I guess we'll just see how it goes, huh? Maybe I'll sneak in after all.
I laugh and I start to turn away and just kind of go like this, oh, okay, what are we gonna trying to just calm my nerves sort of thing. And then I look back over my shoulder and I laugh and I say, fight the frickin' long defeat.
He smiles and he says, my people got back to me that you don't like that phrase.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Finally grew on you, huh?
No, it grew on me like a mushroom on a corpse, but
He says, yeah, I hate it too.
Corpse mushroom.
Sure. Just says off to the side, corpse mushroom. I must play in role-playing games with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the plan is the plan.
I think the plan has to stay the same. I think there's no other way around this. I mean, we knew a lot of people were going to have to die for this, but that's just the way it's going to have to be.
Yeah. Same exact mission, except everything's harder.
He turns to you guys, Connor does, and he says, I need you guys to know something. I don't blame you guys.
I frown.
I was unconscious and you guys were fighting, and when I woke up, it was too late. And I've been trying not to be angry at you guys for a while. And I just want you to know that I don't struggle with that anymore. I don't blame you guys. It wasn't your fault.
I'm making an empathy check. I want to know if he's lying.
Oh, okay.
To us or to himself.
Okay.
I have +1. I can help.
Yeah, difficulty? Is he just rolling in response?
I think difficulty 5.
Okay.
Hey, David, do you have empathy?
Oh, dang, what?
No.
Dude, you suck.
That was bad. I'm good at this, though.
Ay.
That sucks. Well, I got a 2. I'm definitely not spending fate points on this.
Okay, yeah. So,
You think he's being completely genuine.
I don't know. I don't think you get a read on him at all.
Yeah.
I think he says what he says, and you just don't know if you don't feel confident in what he's saying, and you don't feel confident that he's lying. You just don't know.
Is he a sociopath? Is that why we can't tell anymore?
No.
He's always been a sociopath, but
What is going on there?
That's a secret roll for later.
Oh, okay. That's not a good roll. Are you hoping that if you do a bad enough crafting roll, that something just explodes?
I try to stop the nuke with my mind. Actually,
Okay,
wasn't that bad of a roll considering I have -2 in it.
With that being said, does anybody else have anything to say or anything else that like
Are we gonna have like
a roll for, or
like a getting ready sequence and plan? Like, is this before the getting ready and like planning sequence? Or?
yes?
Okay.
Although the getting ready / planning sequence will probably be pretty short, because I think you guys feel like it's now or never, basically.
Yeah. Well, we all did just get back from our little adventures, so we'll want to retool up.
Right.
yeah. So I mean, Connor as the GM, is there what do we have here for prep stuff? You think before we actually just start the mission?
There are a couple of things, but I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't want to say anything else to Connor in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, does it end with like a handshake or like a group hug, or
No,
you guys all just nod and move on?
I think we just give him the bro
Sorry.
nod.
No, I want to ask him who he does blame.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he says that. So if you don't blame us, who do you blame?
He looks out at the Germans and he says, those responsible.
Good.
Fair.
Let's kill
And
the
then I
bad
look at him.
guys.
Sorry, what do you say?
Let's kill the bad guys.
Yeah, and I look at you and I say, justice.
He looks you right in the eyes and he
Yeah.
nods.
Not vengeance. Justice.
And then he looks back out at the German army.
And I look at David. Cool.
All right, guys. Let's finish this once and for all. And he stands up.
I dab.
And we cut. we get like the and like that was
blooper
supposed to
cut.
happen.
Yeah,
like
yeah. That's definitely a moment in the bloopers where like we're supposed to film this long like dramatic shot, and I just go.
There's like some super expensive helicopter shot. Usually. Okay, go back.
Circle back around. Okay.
I didn't know you were filming yet.
Okay, so do we get that montage sequence where you guys are all just getting ready and like arming the people that have come with you?
I guess. I mean, is this like a each of us make a roll sort of situation to just do creative advantage prep work? I'd be down with that. We're gonna need all the creative advantages we need.
I have a special getting ready sequence.
Basically what I'm saying, Connor, is I want us to do get as many free invokes as possible in this sequence, as many as you'll allow us to try for.
Mm-hmm. Jared, I want you to make a notice roll. Difficulty 4.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. Difficulty 3.
David, do you want to help me?
No, David cannot help you.
Ha!
Okay. Dylan.
Okay. All right, you failed. Okay, so let's start the montage sequence. What did you ask, Caleb?
Well, first thing I was thinking of is I might probably give a big rousing speech to the peeps, right? Like,
okay,
try to do a rapport, create an advantage that way, if you'll let me.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Yeah, great idea.
Cool. Well, actually, let's take a look at what I'm actually good at. Yeah, rapport is what I'm best at. Let's see. Let's see. I have 3 rapport stunts. The first one is about stepping into a bad situation and dialing it down to something more reasonable. Does that apply here? I feel like it might.
I mean, I feel like you want to dial it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But I want no. But what I'm doing is I'm stepping into a bad situation and dialing it down to something more reasonable. I'm dialing the we're all going to die to we will go out in a blaze of glory. Right.
Okay. All right. I'll let you have that. That's pretty clever.
Cool. So I get a +2 bonus on this. So I say, stand your ground. I see in your eyes. Okay.
Anyway. you after all of these years, I guarantee you still have Aragorn's speech memorized.
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me.
And he just like starts speaking in an accent too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
We know these people, Nolan. That's fine.
Yeah. So it's probably not even like I don't imagine this being like I step on a box and like, you know, give him a speech. I think this is me like, so I'm probably in a group where we're all kind of, you know, getting people armed and like generally in the same kind of like place here. Just like getting ready. And I think maybe, I don't know, someone would come up to me maybe and maybe what I hear, this is what I'm thinking, obviously you're the GM, so if this makes sense to you. Like maybe I hear a couple people like nervously talking about some aspect of this, like this is a suicide mission, like this is hope, like what are we even doing here? And I'm just like, standing like maybe 5 feet away from them, faced away, and then I like turn kind of half towards them, and I just at first say under my breath, "What are you doing here?" I like look. Purpose at all. What is the purpose of living, if not for something like this? Are you men? And I like look over. Do you know what you're made to do? Why did you come here? You came from these surrounding towns, right? Because these people were hurting you, were hurting the people that you care about. Why are you here? Because you know it's right. Why would any of us do anything like this? Why would we even think to do anything like this? If we were just thinking about living, we wouldn't have even come here at all. You wouldn't have answered the call in the first place. And like maybe people are starting to notice me at this point, right? And I'm like speaking louder. And I say, "Are you going to die?" "I don't know." "Is that death going to mean something?" "Yes." Everything means something. Listen, I don't know what you've been telling yourself since the world ended. All right? I've told myself a lot of things, but I think I figured something out. All right? That meant something. That wasn't random. It wasn't an accident. Everything has purpose. You dying on a field today means something. If you don't think it does, you're a fool. Whether or not it will mean your damnation or your salvation, that's up to you to decide in this moment, right now. But it will mean something. It's not a suicide mission that is hopeless, pointless, meaningless. I'm going to take this gun and I'm going to go fight for people that mean something, for a world that means something. The world didn't end. Because guess what? We're still here. And unfortunately, they're still here. And today, only one of us walks away. It's going to be us. And then hopefully I'm not going to botch this roll.
Wait, we're going to die?
Difficulty 4.
Cool. Oh yeah, 8.
No way. All right, get those two free invokes, my
I
dude.
rolled a +1 on that, by the way.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a +1 to rapport. I was like, no, you don't. You liar.
That was slightly above average for me.
There you go.
So the above average for our heroes is legendary.
It actually would have been impossible for me to fail that roll because I had a +7 on it. So.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know that. But that's irrelevant because that's what I thought the difficulty would be.
No, sorry, it would have been possible if I had gotten a -4. That's the only way it would have been possible. Cool. So
Okay,
free invokes.
David, did you still want to talk to? Yeah, your 2 free invokes. Name your aspect there. David, did you want to still talk with Connor before you guys go into battle?
Yeah, I felt like there should be a conversation there, but I wasn't really sure what the impetus would be for it, like what would cause it.
How about you see him like looking at something that Mickey had, like maybe like a little pocket mirror.
Yeah, because my thought was like, if there was a situation where it seemed like Connor was letting it defeat him, then I had an idea for where the conversation was to go. But he seems like he's doing all right. I mean, as far as like motivation goes. So yeah, I'm just not sure how that conversation would start, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we can just see where it goes. Yes, I think. Well, for my role, I want to like scan the enemy from our highway, see if I can figure out where they're setting things up. So maybe we can have that conversation while we're doing that. Like maybe he can come with me. Okay. If you said something, I didn't hear it.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sure. What do you mean by setting? Did you say something up on the highway?
Yeah, like I want to see if I can get an idea of where their positions are and where they're.
Oh, sure. So like you're just scouting out.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, better than the last time I tried to do that. So, what as far as my actual role goes, what do you want? What's the difficulty for that?
I think a 5.
Okay. Yikes.
I think it's far enough away, as well as they're on the lookout for you guys. So you have to be really careful with how you do it.
Right. I do have a sniper rifle, so I was going to use a scope on it. So I could be far away, but it would take some time, I suppose, to do that well. Okay, here we go. Does Connor have notice?
He does.
I assume he does.
He does not.
How is that possible? How does he go last in a fight? Really unlikely.
I don't know.
You've been leveling Connor up.
No. He got a little bit of a boost when Caleb trained him, but I specifically wanted to keep the NPCs as weaker than you guys.
Right. Yeah.
Until you break out the Connor secretly OP.
No.
Oof, I did terribly. Wait, what?
You hit plus or something like that.
Oh.
It says 40F plus 4+.
I actually got a 6 on that. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that?
You succeed. It's okay.
Here, hold on. Oh, it's because I didn't have a 0 in there. Okay. Yeah, I got a 6.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to add a 1 and then I deleted it. I didn't put a 0. So then it just added nothing. It broke it.
What is this nothingness? It's unidentified. We're broken. No, anyway. So you succeed. So go ahead and make an aspect then of and with a free invoke of like whatever you want to call it. Scout it out, know their positions, or
let's see.
You could write not as much of a trap.
How about we'll call it hunter or the prey, and then hunter or prey.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So what's your conversation look like with Connor then?
So I'm sitting there on the lip of with my rifle on the lip of the interstate, scouting.
Probably got binoculars as well.
Yeah, and So like without taking my eye away from my rifle, I'm like, so once we're done here, then what? Where do you go after this?
I don't know. I suppose I go back to fight in Germany on their territory.
Fight Germany?
Fight Germany.
That's what it sounded like you said.
Whoops. Going back to fighting germs, fighting COVID.
Fighting COVID.
Oh boy.
Did China fall in this universe?
Did China fall in this universe?
Yeah,
like fall from the sky?
No, like when the apocalypse happened, did China go under?
Yeah. Everywhere did.
Well,
the entire world did.
So no COVID, we don't have to worry about that anyway. So
Australia went down under.
All right, well, good session, guys. Finale's done. Nukes go off, we all die.
The level of cringe sets off the nukes.
Yeah, I guess I say, what started that anyways? How did you end up fighting a war with Germany? It's a long way from Janesville.
I got involved with the secret organization with the government. When we were hit, some of us decided that we still wanted to fight. I'm the only one left of the main group. The only one left of the original group. So we changed our names to the Hidden Talon, and my wife and I raised an army to fight against Germany. Well, I should say a elite squadron. Not necessarily an army like this.
So why go back after this? Everybody who's responsible for your wife's death is here. Everybody responsible for the end of the world is here.
Because this isn't about revenge. This isn't about the end of the world. This is about protecting the innocent. That's what it's always been about.
Oh, there's innocent people to protect here, isn't there?
I think you've kind of found the hole in his argument, and he doesn't know. He hasn't reached that point. He doesn't know why he wants to run away, but he doesn't want to be here. And I don't think he says anything.
Yeah. Look, I just want to make sure that you know where your head's at.
I have no idea where my head's at.
Yeah.
Not after this, at least. But I know where my head is right now. Just future Connor has some work to do. I don't want to think about that right now. I want to stay focused. One thing at a time.
Right. Well, once we're done with this thing, we'll talk about the next thing.
Thank you.
Of course. And then he probably is like, they have a machine gun nest over there or something like that. They're setting up barbed wire on the eastern side. It's like points.
Yeah. I think we cut away from there and to the fight, right? You guys are ready. You guys are going to fight. And Jared, I'll get to you. Yep. You guys are ready to start the fight and start the charge. And Connor and Caleb are probably like at the front, kind of talking through strategy and whatnot, and are basically like, all right, it's time to charge. Are you guys ready? Kind of talking to you guys, like you three.
Oh, yeah. Ready as there'll be, I suppose.
I say, you have the hard job. We get the cozy secret ops mission.
It's not going to be too cozy until we get inside. And even then, it probably won't be too cozy on there.
Lots of metal, not too cozy.
Well, I just don't think that the whole army is going to be outside.
No, Matthew knows the plan. They won't be.
That's what we're going for, It'll be all right. Just make sure these idiots don't get, in over their head and bum rush a line of rifles. Their job's to not die.
In all reality, I should probably come in with you. At the end of the day, if everybody dies out here, it's not the end of the world. Literally.
I mean, it is for them.
But they know why they're here.
Do they? I mean, we ran into these people up from towns. They don't even know what's happening.
Hey, I gave a speech. They know why they're here.
And he kind of looks around like David, after you say that, like he knows he doesn't. Like he's kind of like, they should know why they're here, but I know that they don't.
This might matter as much to them as it does to us, but as far as they're concerned, they're fighting our fight.
Right.
Which means that their family's going to blame us for their deaths. Which, that is what it is. But let's not forget it. Which is why we need you to make sure that their deaths aren't worthless and that they're not losing their head and forgetting their job.
Yeah, I guess just have to see where it goes. And you can tell, like, he's definitely changed his tune from like, let's hold off the army and get you guys in and die, until like I don't know, I kind of just want to come with you guys.
I think he says, look, man, you had an elite squad already. Now you got the army.
Yeah, I guess so. Just wish it was an elite army.
Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers.
All right. And I think he's just like, all right, well, let's start the charge. And then Jared.
This way. Real quick, I think I say, look at it this way. If things do really go to crap out here, you can always crawl over their dead bodies and come join us where the fun's happening.
Yeah, he kind of smiles like I shouldn't smile at that kind of smile. And
and I'm like, John Cleaver humor, I know.
Jared, you noticed something that you feel like an idiot that you didn't notice before, and it's because you failed your notice check. Lynn and Becky are not here.
Uh-oh.
You're right there, Drew.
Oh, I muted.
No, you're not
in character.
He was saying in character. Yeah.
Lynn and Becky are gone.
Well, it's probably for the best. They're good fighters, but fists don't do a lot against a gun line, and I imagine you'd be a little sad if they got shot.
To differ.
Well,
that's only because we live in a superhero world, apparently.
Yeah. You know the saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Yeah. Well, they don't have knives.
Honestly, if Jared actually does that, like he lifts up his own fist, I'm like, you don't count.
But dang it, that kind of ruins half of the scene I had in mind for. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, are you going to do something about it?
I mean, is there anything I physically can do?
Yeah, you could ask around and figure out where they went and try to go look for them.
I mean, how much time do we actually have? I guess we are instigating this, so.
Yeah. So how this will probably work is if Jared, if you want to go look for them, you will miss the first round of combat.
Unless we just don't attack yet.
I don't think you guys want to consider that as an option for 2 people.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, if that, in that case, I would like if did you say that out loud? Oh, you did say that out loud. We had a little conversation about it. I would just like shake my head and be like, it's not worth it, Jared. If they're here, they're here. If not,
I'm going to write a note. And I'm going to attach it to Granola. And I'm going to be like, go find Lynn. Go find Lynn, Granola.
Okay. No.
Why not?
Okay.
It's nice that we finally cracked down on the ridiculousness.
I don't think normal dogs would be able to do that unless trained by
unless they're a bloodhound and they're specifically trained to do it. Yeah.
But he's a
I mean, the last time we saw something like this, it was walking through a forest fire at us.
I mean, to be fair,
in your face. So I feel like
he's done dance sequences. So I think he can. I think he can smell.
Hey, listen! I don't think anyone actually confirmed that happened. I think we just ignored it and pretended it didn't. In your canon, in your head canon, that's what happened.
Granola did something that only Jared recognized as dance moves because he failed the roll.
Yes.
Not even if I hold up something to his nose that she has her scent.
No, no, his mind isn't all the way there.
Yeah. Okay. I also wanted to send him somewhere because he's not going to be very useful in this fight.
Oh man.
I mean, you could also do it like this, Connor. You could also just say make a roll and have it be really difficult.
Yeah, if you want to say you find them before the beginning of the fight, make it a difficulty 6.
So notice?
Yeah.
What's your notice, Jared?
I guess you could do investigate instead if you'd like.
2. My investigate is 0.
My notice is 4. Can I do it with help?
I have a good notice too. I can help.
Just look around. I mean, we're in an elevated position right now.
Because Jared, in campaign, Jared, I think he's relieved that they're not going to be there because they'll survive.
Right.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really necessarily want to bring them back. And for other, in his mind, reasons that he's not going to share right now.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I think that's what it comes down to is do you really want them here?
Oh, yeah, no. But I'll do a cursory look for them if you guys want.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
You guys can roll notice difficulty 6 to.
I'm like, hey, David, can you see them anywhere? And then Caleb and I will assist David.
Find them.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 8.
Yeah, so you see Lynn with Becky's arm over her shoulder, she's leading her away from the battle. And they're going down into the forest, basically.
Okay.
So they're leaving.
I'll be right back.
You get on Granola and ride down.
I'll be real quick. Yeah.
I just, whenever you say ride a Granola, I imagine that dwarf from The Hobbit that rides the giant goat.
Yep. In canon in The Hobbit, his name is definitely Granola, that goat. Yeah. Okay, so Jared, you ride down.
Is this before or after costume change?
Before.
Before? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I catch up to him on Granola.
Okay.
Do they say? Does Lynn say anything first? Or?
So I think Lynn kind of looks back at you and then just starts walking faster. Come on, Becky, we gotta pick up the pace. Come on. And just trying to avoid the conversation with you.
I mean, I obviously catch up.
Uh-huh. So do you like pull granola out in front of them, or
I mean, yeah.
they walk
And,
around
like-
granola? Like that's how bad they're just like ignoring you.
No, okay. I'm not going to ask you to stay if that's why you're avoiding me.
I think Lynn stops in her tracks and just like falls to the ground and just puts her head in her hands and she just starts crying.
Oh, probably not the best thing to say there. That's not at all what he meant by that statement.
Uh-huh.
But she just drops her sister.
Yeah, basically, but Becky can stand on her own. It's just her shoulder that's hurt.
Okay.
You just kind of let her cry it out.
I kind of cringe a little bit. I'm like, that's probably not. That's probably not the best way to phrase that. I understand why you're leaving. You have to protect your sister. That's what I meant by that.
I think through her tears, she just said, "Yeah, I have to protect my sister."
Did she say it like sassily or?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared is so bad at this.
I love this whole
Yeah.
this whole thing. This is finally coming to a head here. It's so
Didn't you
good.
randomly become like a human whisperer just so you could not be bad at this?
Pre-finale, Jared. Yeah. And to be fair, he was never really good at it. He only succeeded at
Jared.
one role.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense because he's not focused on that right now. He's like burying it all for the final confrontation.
So do you just like walk away then, or how do you?
I mean, I'll wait a few seconds to see if she stops bawling.
Yeah, so I think she stops crying, and she like waits a little bit as she's sitting there. And if you don't say anything, then I think she just like.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. I've never had a romantic interest before.
She sniffles.
It's also about to be Apocalypse 2.0, and I'm probably going to die within the next day. But I want you and your sister to be safe.
I definitely thought you were starting to say "I want you" like romantically, and then you said "and your sister," and I was like,
I mean,
oh boy,
there's nothing preventing polygamy anymore.
except for the word of God.
A lot of people do that in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so Lynn stands up and is just like turns and looks at you and is just like, "That's what this is all about? You want us to be safe?" And she like points at Becky like really forcefully, and it's just like, "How did you keep Becky safe?"
I messed up. I failed.
Oh, you messed up. You failed. You're darn right you did. And she walks up to you and gets right up in your face and like pokes to your chest. And it's just like, all you ever care about is the mission. And you think you're protecting people, but you're so selfish. All you ever think about is yourself. You know why I think you protect people? Because you can't stand the emotional baggage of losing people. I don't think you actually care about us at all. I think it's a pride thing for you. You're like a soldier with a head count. How many people did I keep alive today? They're just numbers to you. They're not people. And she's like, come on, Becky. And she like goes back over and grabs Becky again and starts leading her away.
We are now seeing the classic difference between males and females.
I mean, she's literally like half right, because his whole persona changes because he nuked the city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was all about the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying your emphases are different mainly because of that. You should definitely just say, it's because I'm a dude.
Yeah.
You don't understand me.
I say, yeah, you're right, and
she stops
sorry.
in her tracks. Yeah.
He kind of literally just freezes there for a good.
I think Becky like elbows Lynn, and then Lynn's like, what? And Becky like whispers something to her, and Lynn walks back over, and like Becky kind of wanders off by herself, and Lynn's just like, is that all you have to say? She like crosses her arms.
I really have only cared about, I guess, the numbers, but yeah, I used to not care about any of that at all. But I kind of nuked the city and killed all of them while trying to save it, and I guess I'm just trying to make up for it, but I know I can't, and I guess preventing these nukes from killing everyone else is the only way I can see to atone for that.
And she says, and what about the people you hurt along the way? Like Josh said. What about me? You don't care about me. You don't care about the people around you. You just care about the mission. And she says, but to be honest, I didn't think you'd come after me.
Oh, this is hard. I do care about you and Becky and Connor, David, Caleb. Oh yeah, thanks for the thumbs up, Caleb. All of you. I'm broken and not able to show it. And this whole, and I literally at this point, I just throw my stupid shields on the ground. Persona was to protect you, but I'm not good at protecting, despite all of it. Josh is gone. Every place we go, people die. Mickey died because of me.
Is that
And,
the
like-
first time you've admitted that to yourself?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm just literally just
Yeah.
ripping. I'm just ripping off my stupid armor, and like we get down to underneath, and it's just like a scarred, just torn, brutalized body from being shot by David twice, tanking a tank. I took all of it, and they die anyway. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to protect your sister either. But this, and I point at the nukes. This is one thing I think I can't stop.
And she says, and me leaving, do you think that's something you can stop too?
I grin a little bit, and I don't think I could stop you from doing anything if your mind is set.
Okay. And she says,
it's a sad grin. Not a,
yeah.
I'm not being. This is the one time I'm not cheeky.
Oh, really? Okay. And she says, but if you try, I'd stay.
That honestly scares me just as much.
And her hand is shaking, and she shows you that it's like shaking, and then just like grabs it and steadies it, and she's like, it scares me too.
Like I look down to my body, I'm just like, I don't have much left in me. I think this might be it.
And she says, don't you dare leave me.
Man, I might need to rewrite one of my stunts. I say I'll try. Have her roll empathy.
She has a 0 in empathy, so wait, for real? Have her roll empathy, or is it a joke?
I don't know.
Okay. We don't have to have her roll empathy. You could not know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I think that's better, because I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to decide right now. Yeah, so I think she just says, my whole life, one person after another has left me. And I just figured as soon as this was over and you've completed your mission, that you'd find out that I was just part of the mission. And that there was nothing left here for us. So I wanted to just leave. Because I knew you wouldn't come after me, but here you are.
And I just look at her bewildered, like, if I survive this, like, that's probably it. I don't have anything left. And I would so take you on a date. Not that there's. And then I look at her like, realizing this is the apocalypse again. Not that there's really anywhere to date, but.
She says, I'm a cheap date, and smiles and hugs you.
That's good. I don't have any money.
And then I think Becky kind of like sneaks up over like the ridge or the hill or whatever, and it's just like, so does that mean we're going back? And unless you want to say anything or do anything else there, Jared, I think we just cut back.
I'm going to hand her my my wolf whistle. not the the physical one.
All right. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm gonna be like, he doesn't do great underground.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Papa.
And also kind of like a sign is like, of course I'm going to come back for this.
Right.
Like what's it called? Like when people would give their
Collateral.
like not collateral, like when husbands would give people their wives like their dog tags or whatever
Right.
Oh.
kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, this will remind you of me until I come back, type of thing. And also like if I die, so she can take care of him.
Yeah, and I think she's just like, you came after me, so I'll come after you.
I don't know what she means by that. I'm kind of scared that she's going to sneak in.
Right. That's the idea. Is like you came after me, so like when I'm done with the battle up there, I'm going to come in after you.
Oh, okay. And I look down. I'm like, I need to go get changed.
Jared, so you just leave your shields on the ground there?
Yeah.
You want to hand them to Lynn or Becky?
I have 2 pairs, so I have to pair to each.
Yeah, dude. The apprentice has become the master. Yes, passing the torch.
He's probably never held a shield in your life, but it's fine.
No, I give Granola my ostentatious, tiny, fancy lad hat, and he's going to be wearing that for the whole battle.
No, vetoed. Absolutely not.
Need to get rid of all of my extras to make room for the new ones.
All right, so you guys, we cut back, and Lynn and Becky both have shields on with like attachable crossbow bolts, or not attachable, but like crossbow bolts, guns, I guess, on them. I don't
bows.
Little bows, I guess.
Crossbows is what they're colloquially known as.
Yeah,
I just come back to you guys old school with my I guess we're gonna stick
armor?
with yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess it's the Nazi disguise now, but my sword boy is back.
Jared, how many of those people do you think are walking around down there with swords?
0, which is why they'll never expect it.
Right.
Okay, so I feel like this is a moment where it's like cool upgrade moment for one of the main characters, and then the other main character is like, why are you being dumb?
I mean, our cover's also kind of blown for the sneaky sneak anyway.
I mean, none of us have sneak, it doesn't matter, except Caleb.
Yeah.
And we know what happens to the rogue if they go ahead to their party. They always die. So, we probably shouldn't.
Well, I did it this last time and I didn't die. I just caused
they weren't expecting it last time. They're expecting it this time.
Yeah.
You just set the entire army on alert, that's all.
Do you two have uniforms? I don't remember.
Yes, we do. We stole them from officers.
Okay. Because I knew we had at least my disguise.
Yeah, we just didn't have one for you, which is why you needed to wear your armor.
Yeah. Well, it's not really armor. It's more of a
just a uniform.
More of like a duster and
yeah,
whatever I had before. You can't really sword fight in full.
Good stuff.
All right, let's do it. Charge.
I mean, we're not charging. We're sneaking around. But
so David, what's your stealth?
I'm gonna guess it's 0, but it might be -1.
It's 0.
Burglary is -1. My contacts is -2. Apparently, I can't see very well.
I hate you so much. David has a heart attack.
I mean, I have an awful lot of health boxes. I'm probably fine.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, yeah. So, I mean, I guess we're just waiting for Connor to lead the charge for them, and then we would sneak in around the back or whatever.
He leads the charge. Let's cut to it.
So wait, can we back up because we keep calling it a charge, and I feel like I
feel
just
like
want to make sure
charging down people with guns is a bad
in and out of character. I want to make sure that we've established it's not a charge. That's a bad plan.
Okay, they engage in combat.
We gave up on that in World War One.
Dude, we gave up on that in the Revolutionary War, dog.
I mean, they did trench charges, and they were always catastrophic. So yes, what it is we're going to shoot at them. Do our best not to be killed.
Well, they advance. They advance within shooting range.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
Do we have?
This is a game of paintball. They charge to the shelter. They charge to the barriers.
Did you do your due diligence of making an actual physical map of this Air Force base?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, heck no. Are you kidding me? I have a life.
you should take a screenshot of the map from Google Maps.
Yeah, there you go. And then you guys on it.
Well, no, because you draw zones anyways. So it would literally take you 2 seconds.
I was planning on not having a map for it. I'm just describing.
I honestly kind of prefer that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was mostly joking.
I mean, there is a mechanic for moving that might be helpful to have a map for.
I mean, really, the only thing that matters is what we're doing.
Right, but we got to get there.
I mean, do we want to take a break and kind of?
I mean, it does. If you guys don't care, then it's not a big deal. We'll figure it out. But if you want to take a break, we can. I mean, we've only been going for like an hour.
Yeah.
We don't have to. We don't have to. Just keep going.
Yeah, I was going to say, just as a fun side note, new subscriber in chat just said, "Wow, David's voice is amazing." So
thank you.
He has a really sexy voice.
He does. It's true.
That means a lot because I've been re-listening to Crow Inquisitors, and every time I talk, I'm like, man, that sounds annoying. My mic was terrible. And my mic was terrible then, so it didn't help.
Yeah.
And dude, all of our mics were so bad back in the day.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And then Connor wouldn't have the little headpiece of the mic down, and so we'd just be talking and no one can hear him. And then
yep,
that's right. Forgot about that.
Because he'd be eating.
Whoever's
on
listening,
stream.
Listen to Crow Inquisitors.
Yeah, the Crow Inquisitors podcast.
Caleb releases of episodes eventually.
Hey, the new episode is going to be coming out on the 18th. Episode 9 on the 18th. So, you're welcome.
Are you releasing them bi-weekly now?
Tri-weekly.
Tri-weekly, okay. Because at the end of the last episode, you said the next episode will be next week.
Yeah, I caught that after I had already published it, and I was like, dang it.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, Caleb's really getting his act together.
No, sorry. Well, because next week would have been Connor's wedding, and I'm not going to release it then. Yep. Yes, Connor.
Nope, I got it. Oh, shoot. I did not have it. How does one insert a picture?
The Roll20?
Yeah.
You just
Have
drag
you tried Control?
Yeah, you can just drag it out.
I don't know.
Just drag it from the folder on your computer onto the map.
Okay.
You have to do Control C and then Alt F4.
Go home.
I am home.
No, you are.
Connor's drunk wife is also in my home.
What?
I take offense at that.
You're not going to explain that?
I just planned on leaving it there.
All right. I see how it is.
Anybody know where pictures go when you screen?
How did you save it?
Screen them.
You have to. You probably have
documents.
To. Oh,
okay. You control print screen.
Yeah, I always
Right,
do
that's how it is.
the Windows button Shift S, and I just drag, and then you have to paint. I just paste it into Paint and crop it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's easier, but it lets you select what you want from the screen, so that's nice.
I use the snipping tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, snip, snip.
No, I want to get a
Ooh.
vasectomy.
I mean,
No. I'm so close, guys. I'm so close to it.
I mean,
Maybe it would have been a good idea to cut to break.
I thought we were
So
not
why?
going to do
It's
it. or
why
just
I
forgot
recommended it,
No.
but
I
it's
mean,
fine.
Done.
We're having a
No,
fun combo.
shoot.
You said we didn't need a map, and then I said that's fine, and now you're doing it. So that's fine.
Yep. Well, because we were just talking, and I was like,
Well,
I got this, guys.
Okay.
We were only just talking because you were doing the thing.
Yeah, you said let's just keep going.
We're filling the dead air.
I know. I'm sorry.
Why don't you keep going, and I'll do it.
I got it.
Mr.
Okay.
Listener,
There we
this is
go.
the kind of
All right.
professionalism you
Woo!
can expect on all of our podcasts.
That's right. Hey, new subscriber, this is it. This is the epitome. This is the top of the list. Okay, I'll pin you guys to it. So they start advancing, right? And
Right.
combat starts.
Are we supposed to be
Okay.
seeing the map?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So there are all sorts of people like on top of the base. Like I mean on top of like that building that you guys went in. All sorts of people on top of that, and then there are people here we go.
And I'm sure that all those people
You see
in
it
small
now?
towns around us had lots of artillery, right? No, I don't see anything. You have to
Don't
drag
see
us there. If you didn't
Oh
already.
yeah. Or drag the players.
There we go.
Okay. And so
Beautiful.
on top of this building here is the thing. And then you guys like this is the highway road or whatever you guys came from.
I'm gonna ride it all night long.
And so they've got like trenches and miniguns and stuff here.
Yikes. You have
and
trenches in the concrete?
oh yeah, this is concrete. Nah, they've got barriers,
Okay.
just like sandbags and like
There's like tank
concrete.
traps and stuff.
Yeah,
That makes
concrete
sense.
slabs and whatnot. And
I cast Summon Adam.
You summon one atom.
It splits.
Oh boy.
The end, guys.
Yep, GG.
So Jared, spend a fate point.
I only have one. I can't do that.
I mean, that's as simple as it is. Like,
I
spend a fate point and be like, this person is here. This person does this, or this threat is neutralized by this army, or literally whatever. So what you see is kind of like the armies that you guys have like advancing,
Right.
probably trying to
I'm not
Get
actually
here?
spending that fate point yet.
and like be all over in this area and like behind these buildings, I'd assume.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not advancing from the highway, which I can't see from here, then I imagine we'd want to come from these houses because we can just shoot
Right.
out of the windows. Like, I mean, it would be a nightmare to try and return fire on these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Unless you just leveled the whole thing, which I don't know if there's people living here or not. But I mean,
So
I
I think-
imagine these soldiers live here, right? Like we're probably in their houses.
And that's possible. But they're on lockdown right now, so everybody is like
Right.
here.
But do they have families?
I don't
Nazis
think
don't
so.
have families.
No. none of these people get it on ever. You sure?
I mean, it might be like rape and pillage sort of situation, and then they.
I mean, there's no way that. I mean, whatever.
right? Like
it's something we just don't have to deal with.
Yeah, but do you understand
That's
how much more?
I mean,
useful?
you typically don't bring
also
families
the
on
facility.
like other other nation
David just did the.
campaigns.
I'm not
No,
saying that we should line the families in front of our people, but
just the thing of
Are you sure that's not what you're saying, David?
informing canon real quick. The times that Caleb has infiltrated in the basement, in the giant facility underneath, they have been women and children there.
Oh, okay, got it.
There you go.
wow. Okay. I mean, okay.
I mean, they are not.
I can't imagine.
Not necessarily in the basement of it, but like
proxy.
up the top, and there are families here.
Well, I mean, that's equally useful. We'll just have to get further in, I guess.
Uh-oh. Okay, so what's the play here?
Well, I mean, their play is shoot people, right?
I assume it's like go around. Like, okay, so is there any? What we really need is some sort of weak point in their security here, right?
Are we?
Like,
Are we talking for us or for our soldiers?
I figure we're only controlling what we're doing.
Right. But just as far as Connor's question goes, are you asking what we want the people to do or what we're going to do?
What you gonna do?
Okay.
Well, either way, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, my only thought is like we need to find a position along their border that is somewhat compromised in some way, shape, or form. Whether or not it's just a blind spot that we noticed before, or right, that's what we need right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
though another way of doing it is we could just be involved in the combat and then just suddenly switch sides, right? And then do a tactical retreat back into the base, pretending we are.
Well, okay. The only issue is that requires us to pass a stealth roll. Only you are going to do that. So,
yeah, but also I am really good at talking to people. So if someone catches us, I can just talk them out of thinking that we're
in
bad.
German.
Well, Jared, you have the radio, and you'll just.
What are all these
I'm
boxes?
going to be standing right next
I know,
to you.
I know.
Why are there so many boxes?
I'm making zones. Keep talking.
Oh, those are tiny zones. Okay.
Did we have enough time for me to teach Caleb German?
No.
Well, obviously, we found a little Rosetta Stone translator.
Yes.
Just tell them that Caleb is mute.
Feet.
No, I'm too important of an officer to deign talking to whoever we end up talking to, and then I have Jared talk for me. But I tell him what to say so that he gets my bonus.
No,
right?
That would be super weird. All right,
I just whisper in his ear.
I can just talk with a German accent. It'll be fine.
Whatever. I mean, inevitably we'll just end up failing and we'll kill everybody. So let's just get to it.
I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, especially because they know the plan, I feel like that's probably our best option is to like be involved in the fighting and then to slip into.
Okay, yeah,
side,
that's what I was expecting you guys to do and say, but
I didn't really think about it until now. Yeah.
I mean, what we need to do is get up here on this roof, because if they have machine gun nests or any other kind of heavy weaponry up here, that's the thing we need to take out the fastest, because small arms fire is going to have a lot of trouble fighting people in houses, but not machine guns. Like machine gun nests are not going to have any trouble with plaster. So, yeah, we need to do something about that.
Do we need to do something about that? Or do we direct Connor to do something about that?
You guys have fate points.
Yeah, also, well, but the thing is, if we tell Connor to do it, he'll have to do it with people being like the people over here. My point is, if we can cripple this defense, then maybe they'll actually have a chance to be successful.
Yeah, but so this is the issue. The issue is if we're the ones who do it, then we've already got to the fight. I say let's just start with trying to sneak in, and when that inevitably fails, then we can do that.
Okay,
but let's try that first.
Sure.
before going straight to get to the machine gun nest.
Yeah, it's fine. So, I mean, I assume we're going to come from like over here if we have the rest of our guys over here.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, my thought is
Or
like
maybe
we get to a part where it's kind of like no man's land, right? Where it's kind of like there's fighting on both sides. There's stuff going on, and we could start to just ease our way, pretend like we're on the German side, and fire a couple shots into the air, and then tactical retreat back into their lines and pretend like we're one of them.
Yeah. Now, if this was real life, we just get shot by one of our own people, but it's not.
Luckily, we are fake characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a ridiculous ability to dodge bullets.
Uh-huh.
I mean, two of us.
I mean, we have any ability to dodge bullets.
Right, yeah.
that's the ridiculous
Look, man,
part.
I spent a whole episode or a whole scene in an episode trying to explain why I can do that. I did my best. All right.
So, yeah,
All right,
I mean,
let's just fail this world and get out of the way.
so can we, I guess, just make a stealth roll first, right? Maybe? What do you think, Connor? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, make a stealth roll.
So can we just have Caleb do it and he can lead us in the stealth? And we can not assist him because we don't have stealth.
Oh, dang, nice. Okay. I was not expecting him to say yes to that.
Okay, I mean, add +1 for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's us
Make a
and
roll.
the doctors. And part of this probably is honestly like, oh, these scientists got in the middle of the fight because they were stupid.
yeah, we're
Here, we're
bringing
leading
them.
them back, right? Like that sort of thing. But first, we're just going to try to blend in. And we're basically rolling an inconspicuous roll at this point. But stealth is our means of doing that. Okay. Hey, +2 to stealth with create advantage while in combat.
But
I feel
you're
like we're
not
rolling
in
an
combat.
overcome.
Yeah, I think that's.
We are in combat.
You are not.
Well, we're pretending like we are.
Yeah, I think the intent of that was.
Caleb?
was mechanically in combat. I know. Hey, listen,
enable
Connor,
stunts
I don't
by
get to do this very
pretending.
often, all right? I let me be a player, okay? All right. I'm going to roll a stealth roll with Jared's bonus. What is my difficulty?
74.
Your difficulty will be opposed, so just roll.
24, Jared.
We changed the quote to 74.
It's 7. Oh, there are two separate quotes from that episode.
I don't think so. I think you made that one up. We'll have to check
Pretty good
again.
roll.
This is like, oh, you have so many good noodle stars. Yeah, I have so many. 74.
He says
More
24.
than once of that. No, when Patrick introduces himself, he's like, "What's your name?" 24. And then he's just like, "You know what's funnier than 24?
25.
You can't acknowledge me on SpongeBob.
Of course, Jared knows this.
I'll prove you
I've
wrong
seen
later.
every episode like 32 times.
Wait,
Even
time
the new
out.
ones?
Why is Mark
No, not
rolling
the
his
ones.
notice? Is
Classic.
Mark looking at us?
Mark is on the roof and he gets into a helicopter and he pilots it out.
And he's
Pilots
looking
it
at
off the
us
roof.
right now.
Yep. Well, he's making a notice roll
Hey, listen,
from
David,
the helicopter.
David, he just allowed us to make the best person roll a stealth check. So I think
Yeah,
we
but
can
that
do a
makes
little
sense. That's mechanics in some games.
bit.
I mean, you're leading the charge. That's the point.
It's an opposed roll of somebody in the air looking down and
Yeah.
noticing.
That's fine.
There you
So we tie,
We win anyways. 'Cause,
which means I succeed with a minor cost.
yeah.
Okay, in which case I'm going to spend a fate point.
Okay.
I have to
Does Mark have a reason to be able to see better from a helicopter?
Yep.
In a gunfight. Okay.
I was in the Air Force and the Marines.
I don't think there's a hyphen in Air Force. I don't believe him.
There's not a hyphen in the Air Force.
Whoops.
And force is capitalized.
Whoops.
But was he in the Space Force? That's the real question. Actually, the Space Force never existed because the world ended.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, so we're spending a fate point on that. So I will spend a fate point on Adam because he's in a helicopter and Adam's gonna come with his pilots and they're gonna shoot him. That's right, boy.
All of the
Okay, so
spaceships
this
from
isn't
the
going
last
to
set.
help you with the stealth necessarily.
Yes, it will because this is directly against the person who is currently attacking us. He is in a helicopter, Connor.
He's not going to be looking at us.
Okay,
we're shooting at him from
exactly.
a helicopter.
Okay.
And I still have an invoke on that one pilot's
that's
character
right.
sheet.
Yes, you do.
Honestly, so
Yes,
I'm gonna spend the free invoke on that and do it.
Yep.
I don't even need to spend a fate point.
Caleb, that's why I told you to look at your character sheet.
Oh,
That's
right,
funny.
yeah. I literally just remembered it. So, yeah.
I didn't want to tell you it was there. I felt like that was wrong.
Oh,
But I
right.
didn't
It's
want you
on
to
my
forget.
character sheet, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
is.
Miles Steadman.
Yep.
What can one man do? There you go. Boom. Spend. Invoked.
Okay, so the song "Built in Our Bones" by Hit a Citizen starts
Yes.
playing,
Yeah,
And-
I know that song.
and Mark.
Sounds cool.
It's awesome.
Mark in the helicopter like is taking off and like looks down and like sees you guys and like starts looking closer to try to figure out what's going on. He like doesn't recognize you guys right away. And then you guys hear a jet come in and
Boys.
fire a missile at the helicopter. And I am going to I don't want to roll for it right now. I'm just going to say that like Mark just like pulls up and the missile just like goes past and like blows up
Yeah.
into the city.
Yeah, I don't care if they actually, like that's fine. I just
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
they
And
exist now.
and we cut over to the charge and Adam with like Gabby and like all of his people like jump over
Yes.
like a bunch of obstacles and stuff like that. Jump over like a concrete slab over like
Is Adam holding a trident for branding reasons?
no. over
he just
like
finds
a
one
road.
on the ground and he's just like, oh, huh.
and you just see an army just like charge forth from like where you guys where the army charged before, and Adam joins the fight.
He has he shows up on top of the hill and the sun sets over next behind him or rises
Yep.
behind him. And then he's like, and then he runs down the hill.
Are they all riding horses?
Is his hair white for no reason?
No.
He's riding a white motorcycle and it's a Shadow Max alongside it. All right, now we can move on. Let's go.
Perfect.
So
So we succeed
With a minor cost.
with minor cost, yes. But obviously the minor cost is the missile hits nearby. Something bad happens.
um
The missile kills the person that we're running with.
What person that we're running with?
And we had to convince that we were.
Oh, well, we haven't convinced anyone yet. We're just
I assumed there was
Stealthing
somebody.
no, right? I assume the stealth row was basically just to blend in when we haven't talked to anyone yet.
I guess.
yeah, okay. So I think you guys do blend in, but you get to the building and you don't have access from this side. So you are concealed, but
Mhm.
Basically,
you-
we're probably gonna have to do something else that's gonna
Yes.
unconceal us to actually accomplish our next task.
I mean, can we just wait for someone to come out? I feel like there's probably people running around all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't do anything right away, so we wait for a little while to see if anyone comes out.
I mean, we don't want to wait for too long because there's
Yeah,
a
I know.
firefight. But like,
So
you
yeah, we're
spend a
probably
fate
like
point and say
against
somebody runs out.
yeah, we're against a building, and you know, I'm just like, all right, come on. Is anyone gonna come out of the door?
no, nobody does.
I knock the German anthem on the door.
What?
Yeah. Germany's anthem. I knocked the tune on the door.
Okay.
Roll a luck save.
How long is this song?
I'll roll.
Just
I'll roll a
knocking
luck
for
save
3
for it,
minutes.
Roll
I think
yeah. Oh, that's not good.
I just rolled a d20.
A luck
only a
save.
luck save.
I think some soldiers like open the door and are just like, "What are you doing? This isn't the plan. Go around. The enemy's coming from the other side."
Scientists and stuff.
Yeah. So
Remember.
that's probably the point where I step up, right? And I say, "No, you don't understand. We are trying to get these scientists back in, into the facility. I don't know how they got out here, but one of them is wounded." And like I look back to Clarence and I'm like,
We look at them, they're
wounded,
totally
like,
fine.
sorry,
We're
like,
like, shoot him in the leg. One of them is wounded.
I throw in a few German phrases of support to give Caleb
Oh boy.
a boost to my rapport.
Da.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, so basically I'm gonna try to roll a report and basically say we're trying to get these people to safety. Like they aren't supposed to be out here, and I don't know why they were, but we're like these stupid scientists. Let's get them back inside.
Wait, what did he say was the plan? Can we roll back a second there?
You said to go around.
He said go around. What else
Where
did
are
he
we?
say? We're right here, right?
No, other side. You guys are over here.
Oh, so they told us to go over here.
Where are our forces at?
They're over here, right? Our guys are here, advancing this way.
Aren't they advancing this way?
I thought they were advancing that way, David.
Well, so I mean, my assumption
Because
was
we were
that,
over here, right, with the highway.
right? But I mean, like, this is open. These are houses. This is a bad idea.
Yeah, this is actually a much better.
Especially if their whole point is just to engage, they might as well just stay in these houses and open fire and basically just not leave them until they're forced to. Like, ideally, what we would do is we'd fill these houses here, and then if they pushed out, we would fall back to these houses and then fire on these houses, and then they'd just keep falling back, killing people until they had enough momentum to then push back up and then reinitiate. Because this is a much more defensible position than anything over here. The only benefit here is the highway if it's elevated, which we might have some snipers up here or something if they have something that sophisticated. It doesn't really matter that much.
The snipers up here are holding the perimeter.
I see what you did there. Okay,
we zoom into Jared and he just snaps his own neck.
So we're over here, and he was telling us we should be over here, going this way. Is that? I just wanted to find out if he was telling us they were trying to flank around or something fancy.
Oh no! So
Okay.
Yeah. In which case, the soldiers here probably just retreat inside and just can't be shot at. That's probably how that's going.
I mean, yeah, if they're losing the engagement, they probably would do that. But I mean, you said they had like barricades and stuff, so I imagine they're also defensible.
Right. Yeah, they probably don't need that. No, I think they do, because they're trying to draw them out as much as possible so that their snipers can reach from here. Well, it depends on the elevation of this. It's irrelevant. Stuff is going down.
Yeah, the shooting.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I was just curious because it sounded to me like they were telling us some information, but I guess they're not. So
no.
We punch him in the throat and move on.
So you engage in combat?
No.
I'm going to try to talk them first.
Yeah, we convinced them.
Can I make that roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, we need to get these scientists inside quickly. And I probably have to add some reason why we also have to go inside instead of just having the scientists go in the door.
That might be a good...
What would be a good extra thing to add there? Maybe Matthew needed them. We need to we're escorting them to him immediately.
Well, okay. Does this guy we're talking to have more eagles on his chest than you do, or whatever?
I don't know.
look
I
at this
probably have the
guy,
officer.
and then I look at Caleb. Which one is a higher rank?
I think
I have the officer. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
think Caleb.
I mean, I'm going to try to
that's-
explain it anyway, and then if it doesn't work, we can always just kill him.
that makes sense as a minor cost as well. That he'd be like, well, I'm more important, so I'll take him there.
Right.
But we'll see.
But that's going to be my argument anyway.
Right. Sailor roll post. What's the difficulty of that?
I want you to tell me what you say first, Skip.
I already did. Remember?
What do you say?
I said I did it in a German accent and everything. I said, right, like
no, but I mean, he says like, yeah, well, like, why do you guys need to come in? Like, we'll just take them inside.
Yeah, I already said, we are supposed to escort them to Matthew.
Okay. This roll will cannot succeed.
Dang it.
This person looks at you, Caleb, and looks at your rank and opens fire.
Okay. Well,
I think you missed something, Caleb. Nobody knows who Matthew is.
Oh, no. I remember that from last time. That's just me. That's just distance. I remember that from last time. That's me as a player forgetting something that my character would know.
Yeah,
so
we've been gone for 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Caleb learned everything about an hour ago.
I think it's been longer than that.
Okay. All right. I'll let it slide. I was like, oof. He done goofed.
As soon as you said that, I remembered. Like, obviously, yes, that was a thing. So I just say one of the prophets that was still around, that people knew about.
So Luke?
Yeah, Luke. There you go, Luke.
Junior.
Okay.
Yeah, because Luke was the one with the gas stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the scientist. Yeah. That stuff.
Yep.
There you go. Okay. Difficulty?
6.
Cool.
You get a +1 from me.
Yep. Okay, I got a 5.
Use one of your fate points.
You got a lot of those, right?
He has 2.
I have 2. I'm just gonna double check if there's anything.
You have a stunt, right?
So we have a free invoke on Jared's Not America's Eagle.
There you go.
There you go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're so distracted by my katanas that they're not paying attention.
The mark of authority that he has just pushes them a little bit over the edge.
Before you use that, do you not have like a stunt for de-escalating situations?
I don't know if this counts here. What do you think, Connor? Yeah, no, it probably does, right?
You're de-escalating them shooting us on sight.
You're adept at stepping into a bad situation and dialing it down to something more reasonable.
I don't think so. They're not really angry at you.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
That's fine. I'll just spend the invoke then.
Yeah.
On America's Eagle.
So I just want to make it clear.
Uh-oh.
So you guys going in and abandoning this fight, a fight up top, the NPCs are up to my discretion as to if somebody dies. Just throwing that out there.
Yes, but us not being out here, us being in there longer and getting out of this fight quicker is better for everyone overall.
Yeah, this is a losing war anyways, so we need to be fast about it. And also, inevitably, if they're like, someone's in the base shooting people, we will draw guns from the front line anyways.
Mm-hmm. Can I do this, Connor? Can I spend a fate point
right way, bro.
to give the NPCs a little bit more help? Can I spend a fate point on rebuilding the world takes many hands to have Josh show up last second as well? Okay.
In a tank.
Cool.
100% he is in a tank. Yes. And I think you guys noticed that is you guys are inside. You guys get inside and that tank shell just blows through one of the walls. And you guys like look out and it's like, David what instantly. In the heck? And
killing David instantly. Josh was aiming for David.
And Josh just like opens up the top of the hatch and like pops his head out and like then comes back in and starts firing again. He doesn't see you guys, but you guys see him.
Yeah. I spent a fate point on Granola's family coming in.
No.
The flame wolf I spared brought all his friends.
So what, like
Actually, yeah, real
cornflakes,
quick,
cornflakes and
before we-
Cheerios show up?
Okay, real quick, before we do actually go in there, is there any other like NPC that we're forgetting that like could show up in this moment?
From
use one later.
before, yeah, like from before this season, there are a ton of people we could.
Let's stay away
That's
from
true.
that though.
But
just
yeah, that-
for continuity's sake.
Yeah. I wasn't.
I've got
Yeah,
one
I
on my
figured.
sleeve, but we'll wait
Okay,
till
cool.
it's useful.
That's fine.
Okay, sure.
Good. I'm down with that. Yeah. So I think the only thing you see from me as I notice that is I just kind of like smile, but like sadly, right? Like almost
Sure,
because
yeah.
I know that Josh really wouldn't even want to be
is-
here,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Like he probably did this very begrudgingly.
Right.
And it almost hurts me to see him here, but like I'm
Right.
glad he is here, but I'm also just like, oof. Like I feel like this is just further, like Josh probably thinks worse of us now having decided to come than he did before.
Yeah.
Because it almost as if we forced him to come by our towering moral crusade in the back of his mind, right?
Yep.
And I kind of feel bad about it. But we go inside, I guess. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you guys get inside, and there are soldiers running all over the place and doing all sorts of things. What's your strategy here? Where do you go? What are you trying to do?
We are going to walk as confidently as possible, like we know exactly where we're going, and we're escorting these people towards where we think Luke might be.
So what
At
was
first.
our plan in here again? It's so long ago that we decided with it.
Get to the nukes,
And
Okay.
EMP.
barricade ourselves in there, and give
Right.
them as much time as possible to deactivate them.
Well, I thought we had to build an EMP because it was going to take days to.
Yes, that was it. Sorry. So yeah, we're gonna do that because this is gonna take too long.
Right,
I think
okay.
our idea was like if things happen where like we suddenly win miraculously, then we can just dismantle
I
them.
thought
But
they were building it, or at least starting to build it while we were on our little mini adventure.
they half built the EMP, and I basically asked them last session, could you take what you've built so far and then finish it there
with all the
and
tech in the
set it off?
base.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I think that was our plan: is we're gonna get to the nuke site where the nukes are, barricade ourselves in there, and then let them build the EMP and then set it off.
I
Right,
can't
does that sound
wait
right,
for one of the screws to be missing. We're just like,
Oh yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna
That
act
sounds
as
right.
confidently as possible. Walk like we know where we're going. Never hesitate. Honestly,
Yeah,
even
by
if
the way,
someone
I
tries
walked
to stop
up.
us, we just continue walking. Because it's like it's okay. It's like what are they gonna do in
Right.
in
There's a
close
battle
quarters? Are they
going on.
literally just gonna
Yeah.
start shooting us? Who are like they're not. And so I'm gonna hope, I guess, that even if someone thinks something weird is going on, they're gonna be too
Bigger
pressed with everything
problems.
else going on. Yeah, to like when we just push past them and don't say anything, they're not gonna press it. That's my hope.
So Caleb, you're going through here, and you think you remember where the elevator is, right?
Yeah.
And you're going over, and you just turn a corner and see the elevator, and then a high-ranking officer stops you when he says, "Wait, he's coming up. Make way."
Crap. Well, whoever it is, it's probably one of the prophets, and they're gonna recognize all of us.
He says,
Is
"Get
there
on your
any of us
knees,
that they don't
everybody, kneel."
Neil.
Oh, Nia, yeah. Cover our
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll just be really face down. I guess this is another stealth roll.
This is not a stealth roll. Not right now, at least.
For what?
So the elevator opens up,
I mean,
and
I think we'd probably follow what they do. What
Does
they say.
everyone else, Neil?
as in Clarence and Helen, or everybody else?
What? No, like
all
the
the
other
German.
soldiers.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And you guys aren't like near the windows where they're like fighting. This is like
Yeah.
in the base, so
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people are
very
just running
deep.
around and
Yeah.
carrying ammo and supplies. But yeah.
Yep.
So the door opens up, and Fake John steps out.
Okay, yeah.
a big towering guy. You can tell, like stature wise, and
This guy actually hasn't seen us.
Yeah,
He
he's the
has
only one
not
who
seen
wouldn't.
you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. We don't even know there is a fake John. We have no idea who this is. Wait, you know there's a fake John.
Yeah, when we interrogate
That's
the
right.
guy.
Yeah. It's been a minute. Sorry.
So, yeah, he walks over and he sees everybody kneeling, and he notices the two scientists, and he like grabs Helen by the hair and like throws her towards the elevator, and then like looks at Clarence and is like, "You're going to go too, right?" And Clarence just like wide-eyed, just like nods and says, "Yes, sir. Yes." And like goes over to the elevator, and they get in the elevator.
Wait.
And John looks at them.
I'm confused as to what's happening. What is happening?
Fake John walks over to you guys, and he grabbed Helen by the hair and threw her towards the elevator.
What?
And told Clarence to go too.
Well, and we're surrounded by Germans right now.
Yep.
It's like one guy.
All sorts of German soldiers kneeling, and the officer.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that part.
Yeah, people that were carrying supplies and stuff like that. Everybody was just told to kneel.
All right. Did
Okay,
we,
so
turn into a hallway. This hallway is full of people. Okay.
Well, so in my head, there's a bigger room,
Right.
and you guys are coming this way, and then there's a hallway that leads away to the elevator.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, that was my
It's
mind.
close, but
That was in my mind as well. So that's why
Okay.
I figured there weren't as many people in this hallway. But I guess I misunderstood. Okay.
So yeah, I mean that I'm not letting that happen. At the very least, I'm going to. So this is the steps of the plan that I'm thinking. Obviously, David and Jared, if you have any ideas as well. My thought is, I first like go with the same tactic, right? Say we were told to bring them to Luke, and then try to like go in the elevator with him. It's like, you know, if you need them for something, that's fine, but we need to bring them to Luke after you're done with them. I guess I just say that.
No, I didn't get the impression that fake John was going with them. Right. He was going somewhere else. He was just like, get down there.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Question mark? What were you
He
thinking?
came up here, so obviously he wasn't looking for them.
He just having them go down? Okay, so then I would say, like, we were told to escort them to Luke. So, let us escort them, sort of a thing.
he says, "Are you questioning my authority?" And he pulls out a gun and points it to your head, Caleb.
What? Okay.
Yeah, this was all foreshadowed.
I imagine it was, yeah. So the issue is, right, this guy technically, at least in a puppet sense, is in charge of Luke, right?
Yes.
So I can't pull rank on him and say Luke said,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
But
mean,
you could think that a rapport roll would convince him, like, if Luke wants him,
Yeah.
he's technically over you. You're just a puppet.
Yeah,
So you could roll for this.
That's probably what I would go, but I don't know if David and Jared, you have any ideas?
I mean,
that doesn't that mean that Luke isn't where we're going? If us going in the elevator with them is not going to Luke, apparently, because he's just been very insulted that you said that. You know what I mean? He told him to go in the elevator, and we said that we're taking him to Luke, and he said, "Oh, you're disobeying me," which means the elevator does not lead to Luke. Not that really matters.
I don't know if that's exactly what he's implying.
Well, I mean, how else would it be disobeying him? If Luke is down there and you go with them, that's not disobeying him. They're just still going.
But apparently he doesn't want us to go.
He didn't say
them,
disobeying. Right? He said, "You're questioning my authority."
Yeah, I mean, this guy.
But he's not. He's just like, cool, can we go with them? Because we're supposed to take them to Luke. So it's not, he's not questioning him. He's just like, we also need to go because we've been given an assignment. That's all he said, right?
This guy's just mostly been told to be a total douche, though.
Right,
that's the thing.
I'm just trying to
it doesn't matter if it makes sense. He's just being a douche for the sake of acting.
Well, it kind of does, because then we know whether or not Luke is down the elevator.
I'm not going to answer. I'll let you guys interpret that however you want. I feel like this is a moment where you guys don't know what he means.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how he's taking that.
Can I make an empathy roll? I'm good at that.
Roll.
Okay.
Because he's quite literally acting, I say difficulty 5.
Can I get a bonus from Jared? Because he's also.
I don't think Jared has rapport anymore.
I have report empathy.
I have empathy at 1.
At 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I also have it at
1. All of the speech skills are at 1.
So can I get bonuses from both of them then?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I see no reason why not.
Yeah, because we're all trying to figure out what he means. Okay. So 6, you said? Or 5? What did you say?
I said 5, yeah.
5, okay. Yes.
Nice.
Right in the money.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to pull everything up. So you succeed with a minor cost. So, what was your goal with this empathy? You just wanted to see.
I want to figure out why
trying
he's responding like this, right? Like,
right.
what is he actually sending them to do, and why is he not letting us go with them? Right. At least as much as I can gather.
Yeah. So the minor
context,
cost here is you can't infer whether Luke is down the elevator or not.
Yeah.
But he definitely is doing this for a show. Like I told them to go down the elevator, and you're saying, we have to go with them.
Yep. And so
you're not just doing whatever I say.
I think the response there is that, like, no, we're not questioning you. We're just going to make sure they do what you say, right? Like,
yeah. There you go.
You got more important things to do than watch two scientists go down the elevator.
Crappy scientists listen to your supreme authority.
Exactly. Yeah.
Caleb, how do you say it though? Yeah.
So, I'm going to be obviously using smooth over here.
Okay.
But I'm going to be like, oh, no, of course. I'm actually agreeing with you. We want to make sure they go exactly where you need them to go. I was honestly offering myself.
I throw in a phrase in German to help. Yeah, they were off slacking, so we're gonna make sure they don't go off for you, sir.
But in German.
Along those lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Difficulty
6.
Okay.
D4.
9.
Incredible.
That's right, boy.
Do you want to tell me what happens because you succeed with style?
Yeah, sure.
He promotes you on the spot. Field promotion.
I mean, I think what it is he reveals to us more specifics about like where he actually needs them, right? And he makes sure like they need to go exactly here for this reason. Make sure they do it, right?
Right. Okay.
So we get more. We get more information about. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So he kind of gives you a point in the right direction.
So yeah, I mean, what do we get from him though? Like, what actually do we learn?
Is Luke down there? Do we learn that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know like what specific. I mean, he'd be like, turn right at this hallway. You know what I mean?
I guess he could tell us where the scientists are and why and what they're doing, right? Because he's like, yeah, okay, you guys need to make sure they get here.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. He's like, yes, the nukes must launch on schedule.
Of course, sir.
Bring them to Luke.
Absolutely.
Cool. That's what
I mean, I guess that's exactly where we need to go anyway. So that works.
Right, yeah.
Yep. So we get in the elevator, and we probably like fake rough them up a little bit and be like, "You're going exactly where John said."
Right. Okay.
So when we get to the bottom, should I cut the cable?
Yes, absolutely. We should definitely disable this elevator.
So there's one last thing. Is in order to get down the elevator, you need a key card. And none of you have a key card. So you go in and
but the assumption he assumes that we would, right?
And the elevator does not go down because you don't have a key card.
Jared just said it. Jared.
What?
Do you not have burglary?
Cut the cord.
What?
We're going down, baby.
Of the elevator?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think it's present.
No, so
and you would certainly die.
Don't you just need to get in the elevator?
Oh, yeah. No,
isn't the elevator open?
Yeah. The elevator's already open, right?
So we don't need a key card, do we?
They're in the elevator already.
You need a key card to go down.
Yeah. So I get in and I cut the cord.
Wait, why would it be like that? Why wouldn't you need a key card to get in the elevator? And then
Because there are probably floors you can just get to normally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Your floors, you're going to need like a card.
All right, so just push a different floor. It doesn't matter. We don't have to
That's
go where
true.
he thinks
Yeah.
we're going.
Yeah.
Can I make a stealth roll to then?
Yeah,
You know.
secretly. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't really think you need a stealth roll. You can hit both
He has
buttons.
no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I could just hit both
Although,
buttons.
I mean, to be fair, he might be like, okay, why didn't it beep when you didn't swipe the
Yeah,
card
no,
or
definitely
whatever?
didn't swipe a card, so definitely stealth roll 4.
Okay,
Definitely
so
4.
I guess I could
yeah, that
see
makes
that.
sense. All right,
I
here we
have
go.
stealth. I
David,
give
you
a
should
bonus.
shoot someone first so that we're in combat and I get a +2 to this. I'm just kidding. 4, you said?
Yes.
6.
Okay.
Oh boy, we're gonna get such bad rolls at the end of this.
What was the difficulty?
Okay.
Connor, what was the difficulty?
4.
He succeeds with
4.
stealth. So I give him
No,
a
it's
+1.
3. Oh. What did he?
Yeah, because he gives me a +1 to stealth.
Oh, you didn't calculate that already. Okay.
Okay, so at this point, David, I want to offer you a
Yes.
compel.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I want to offer you a compel that you want to stay up and join in the fight for one reason and one reason only. As you think about it, you remember Mark seeing him somewhere else before. And you remember and think back and something about him being in a helicopter just sounded so familiar.
Oh no.
And he was the guy
Oh, that's
Bloomington.
nice.
that had that ridiculous drive.
Under any other circumstance, I would 100% take that. But I actually think that my character is more interested in finding Luke. The only
Yeah.
person I probably would want to kill more on the planet is Luke, and that's where we're going.
Okay, all right.
So
But hey, you
So
got rid of
because
a
you
big
want to kill Luke more than Mark.
yeah, like I mean, I definitely having realized that, like I probably have a moment and like I hesitate. But I mean, Luke is literally the reason that my wife died. So
Okay, yeah.
and I mean I've waded through more blood than I can possibly comprehend for that reason. So like I feel like I definitely want to kill Mark. And when we find Mark, I'll definitely take that. But I think in this case, it makes sense for me to go for Luke. But if you'd like to compel me to fight Luke in an inconvenient time, then I'll definitely take it.
Okay, yeah.
You see Luke right outside the front door,
No,
throwing gas at people.
no.
This looks like a Joker. He's just like gassing people randomly. They start laughing.
But hey, you got rid of a save point at least.
I did.
Good job.
What? Wait.
Oh, no.
Connor did.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be a compel. It's just a compel you could refuse as a fate point.
Yeah, I suppose. Although, I mean, technically, you have to compel a mechanic, right?
Oh yeah, what aspect were you
Aspect.
compelling on that anyway?
Um,
Yeah, because if the argument doesn't make sense for the aspect, then
Which I don't think I have any aspects for that.
do you have an aspect that reminds you of the helicopter guy?
it's true. He doesn't have like I will kill the helicopter man. Then
No, I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think he does.
I mean, I will gladly kill him the first chance I get because it's hilarious.
I planned this from the beginning, just to you know.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Did you really?
Wait,
Yes.
what is the beginning?
Mark's character was invented with the idea of him being the helicopter
Oh
guy.
my God.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. I love it. So good. It almost makes me want to take it just because it's so much effort when
I mean, the compel I think you would be under is just I'm the gun on the wall. You're always ready for a fight like that.
Yeah,
You're
but it
always
makes-
ready for a test of marksmanship.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the idea for the gun on the wall is that I'm defending people and like it's my responsibility. And I feel like that is the opposite of what I would be doing if I ran out to kill Mark.
Well, technically speaking, you'd be protecting all of your friends outside.
Yes, but we already established this is the most important thing to protect the
Right,
friends outside.
right.
Yeah.
Well, not to protect the friends outside, but to protect the world.
Well, right, but I mean, what he means is the faster
Yes.
we do this, the less they
Right.
die, because this is they can just leave when we do this.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's fine. Whatever. You can take the fate point. And I'll just.
I won't get a fate point. You just have to spend one.
Oh yeah. It just goes away. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'm trying to whittle down your guys' fate points. Come on.
I mean, I literally only
Yeah,
have
the-
one,
Oh, do you really only have one?
David and I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's because we have all stunts, so it's our fault. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
But no, I actually think like these compels make sense. But
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's fair, and I think it's not how I would interpret that one, but I think it makes sense to interpret it that way. So that's fine.
right, yeah.
So yeah, we can just move on. That's fine. So we ride the elevator, I guess. What's the
Yeah.
elevator music like?
There is no elevator music.
Wow, what kind of terrible place is this?
Literal neo-Nazi camp.
So you go to a different
propaganda.
floor.
Come on.
You go to a different floor, and the door opens.
Okay.
Now what?
We look for the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
There are no stairs that lead
are
down
no
there.
stairs. Okay.
Oh, that's a
This is
that
the
has to be
point
some
where
kind
we
of
have
safety
Clarence
violation.
and/or Helen hack the elevator.
Hack
There's
the
gotta-
elevator.
There's got to
Yeah.
be some government
How
codes.
drunk are you?
So there has to be some safety codes from the government when this was built.
Yes,
There's
but
no
they
way- there's no
also
way to get out of
renovated
here.
this whole thing.
Yeah, but they didn't destroy an entire staircase. They don't. I mean,
Connie, your wife is getting my wife drunk.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I don't know. That was pretty convincing right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I guess we have our science people hack because that's how this game works.
Right. So
Smart people can do
How-
everything.
does it's lore? That would be
That's what I mean. Smart people can do everything.
right. So, well, they still have to roll.
Oh yeah, that's true. But they can help each other, right? And Caleb can help them because he has lore. Right.
Yep. So Clarence can help Helen.
I hate the lore skill. Stupid.
Yeah, me too. Caleb, are you helping with the lore skill as well? I
Certainly.
forget if Caleb has lore or not. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
forgot that.
I at least have it at a +1 now.
Okay. Okay, so I think, man, I feel like this is difficulty 6. Something ridiculous.
Nice.
Okay, succeeded at minor cost.
Holy moly. Nice.
It's impressive. Maybe the minor cost is now we can't get back up. That's what we want anyways, but like
Yeah,
basically they have to disable the elevator in some way to
right. Yeah, I think so. It won't move after it gets to the bottom.
I don't know how elevators work. That might be completely nonsensical, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, but we're just gonna go with it. I mean, you guys could get to the bottom, and they could try to like put the panel back in and like short it out
Repair
or
it,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna stab a lot of stuff before we get off the elevator.
So this isn't the
What?
only elevator that goes down there.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Well,
making
the
sure you guys knew
The
that.
fewer access points, the better. I mean,
Sure,
it
okay.
has to be, otherwise we're stuck down there forever. So
Okay.
And we could climb up. Elevator shafts have ladders.
yeah, that's true.
They
But
could
this
get
is
down.
this
They
is a
just have to do
long
one at a time.
ladder.
Yeah, there would be
That would be
But we only
It
have
would
to
be
get to the next floor. We don't have to go all the way up.
I mean, we're getting. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
They just wouldn't have an easy way of getting down to us.
right. Yeah.
Getting out would be hard. Just them getting down with a sizable force to take David and I, the gods of war, down.
Okay. So are you guys talking about anything on your way down?
Should I cut the cable when we get off?
I mean, the cable is metal, right?
Yes.
So no, you shouldn't do
Should I
that.
stab the panel?
No. What your poor swords, Jared.
Should I rip the panel out of the wall?
Helen said that the elevator won't work when we get to the bottom of the staircase or the bottom of the shaft. It's
Oh, she said that.
I think so. That was the
Sure,
issue, right?
she can say that.
Yeah,
She
I
can
didn't know that
realize
was
that
set up.
beforehand. That's fine.
I mean, I was just saying she said that because we established that. But
Okay. Well, yeah, Jared doesn't. He has a 0 lore.
no, it's fine. I mean, I didn't know it either.
I don't know how that
I
works.
guess I'll ask Helen if she's okay. She got like ragdolled.
Nah, she's fine.
She's tough.
Yeah, so Clarence and Helen are definitely like scared, right? Like they're both like handshaky, like eyes wide. Like Helen probably like sits down with Clarence, and yeah, I think they both just sit down and
Yeah.
are just like taking a breather.
I think I'm like, when we get to the bottom, stay in the elevator until we say it's clear. And then I look at Jared, I'm like, do you still remember how to use those?
I'm gonna spend a fate point to say that there's a fly in the elevator, and I just cut it in. I cut its wings off, and then sheathe my sword again.
You can absolutely spend a fate point to do that. Yes.
Why would you do that? Just throw something in the air and cut it.
No. No,
I'm kidding. I only have one fate point.
No, Jared, spend a fate point.
No, I need to make. I mean, I don't even know who else we'd call for reinforcements at
You
this
can
point.
just say yes. It's okay.
No. Kind of compel me to show off.
No. I can tell you to spend a fate point.
Really?
Wait, Jared,
No,
where's your character sheet?
You can't compel me. You don't have any points.
Let's see.
Goose.
Oh, that's right. You're a zealous swordsman. You have to show off how good you are.
Yeah.
You're zealous about your swordsmanship.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. You can, David. Do you want to compel him? Oh
I
wait,
would,
you don't have any
but I
fate
can't.
points.
Hold on, but Caleb does, right?
Yeah, do you want to compel Jared
No.
to cut a fly in half? Okay.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so you guys get to the bottom.
Yep.
And there are some German soldiers there. Are you guys ready for combat then? Like katana drawn? Like,
Well, okay.
No.
So Caleb knows this better than we do. Is this place large enough that we'll need to navigate down here before we find the nukes?
yes.
Okay, then no.
Okay, yeah.
And then in that case, I don't tell Helen to stay in the.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Right. Okay, so you guys step out.
Honestly, I'm shocked we've gotten this far.
Yeah.
I
give him a little shove for good measure. Like it's a ginger shove.
It has red hair.
We don't know. What color is her hair, Connor?
Helen?
It's brown. I
It's
think.
brown. Yeah.
Look
I
at
specified that before. Yep.
Uh,
David, look at you remembering the NPC's hair color. I was so proud of you.
I'm pretty sure I asked what she looked like.
You must be such a good husband.
Yep. I remember other girls' hair colors. That makes me a good husband.
yeah.
Okay, anyway. So
moving on.
so you guys walk down there, and I think that what you see
It's a trap.
is I legitimately think you open up the elevator and right away you see Luke, and his back is turned to you, and you have a moment there of what do you do? He's talking with a couple of scientists,
See, Luke.
and he's fiddling with something on the wall.
Well, I don't do anything until you compel me to.
You know what, David? I compel. No.
Do you really?
He doesn't have any fate points either. Wait, no, you do, don't you?
No, he does.
Yeah, I
That's
have
a good point.
That's a waste,
I'm not
though.
actually. No, yeah,
That would be
that was
dumb.
obviously a joke.
Yeah.
Make Connor compel you. Make him do.
I'd like to suggest the compel that I kill the person my character hates the most in the entire world.
A lion
I feel
in
like that's
chains,
reasonable. There you
David.
go.
I compel you to attack on sight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fun.
I mean, the second I see Luke, I'm like, yeah. I stab the closest guard to me. What's the? I know it's gonna happen. Obviously, David's going to fire the first shot.
So I have a question.
I'm ready.
Can I make a roll to create an advantage that I'm like to take him by surprise, not via stealth, but via like speed? Is that an option? Since he doesn't know I'm here.
Say that again.
He's facing the other direction. And I want to create an advantage to like basically quick draw, like to attack him quick enough that he doesn't. Normally I would roll stealth and sneak attack him, but I'm not good at stealth. So instead I want to basically like attack him fast enough that no one has a chance to do anything about it, and then get an advantage from that instead.
Like a quick draw before he can like react to.
Yeah, basically like the moment that I recognize him, I'm just going to instantly shoot him. Like,
yeah, that's
faster than anybody can. Okay, so would you want me to roll for that?
Are you saying you get a +2 to that, or
no? I want to create an advantage.
Oh,
I'm thinking either notice or
I'm
shoot.
thinking notice. Yeah.
Okay. What's the difficulty then?
Probably.
Don't imagine it's super hard, but
no, 4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And I also create an advantage because I know David. I'm going to do like the stereotypical like samurai draw at the closest guy to me.
What is that? How does that create an advantage?
I'm preparing it, like getting into form, and then gonna.
Oh, okay. So you're preparing your strike.
Yeah.
I get a boost because I tied the difficulty.
Okay.
So,
Jared, what are you rolling for that?
I would say probably fight or athletics, one of the two.
It's definitely not either of those, because this isn't like a test of speed. This is like a mental preparation thing.
Will?
Because otherwise you're just making an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do will.
Okay. What's the different character?
I mean,
I think also 4. It might be kind of difficult
like
to
fight and stuff to create an advantage too. But I mean, it's up to you.
Right, but I feel like this is different then, because he's not.
I think that makes sense, but I'm just saying that is a thing you can do. You can create advantage.
I'm fine with
right. Yeah.
Ooh, nope. So, no advantage.
Okay. Caleb, do you want to create an advantage of something?
So, I just have one question, and it is, where were we when this happened?
In the elevator.
In the elevator? He
it
just
opens. He's facing a different direction, and we're like,
if I might make a suggestion, Caleb, have the scientists like take cover in like the little gap that
probably
like, where, like, the panel would be.
Yeah.
Also, probably you.
Can I make a stealth roll as a creative advantage to basically get them to like me and them to be like hiding on the sides of the elevator?
Yeah, that's fine. A stealth roll. Yeah.
Ooh, this is David. You and I are just gonna go full on typhoon, hurricane, death.
Yeah.
Ball.
That's the plan.
Charge ahead, and then
go ahead.
The incognito. This is great.
Difficulty.
I think this is going to be. I think a 4. Just 4 is all around.
Add my stealth.
7.
No.
Succeed with style.
Yep.
There you go.
Invokes.
So name that advantage and give it 2 invokes. Nothing to see.
Nothing to see here.
Okay, so
yeah, so I just help them to get out to the side and like get down.
Do you want to? Yeah, can you switch us back to the other map or the other page so we can see all?
Yeah, I guess to be fair, we don't need this one. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I realized. Okay. Forgot I couldn't do that, or that you guys weren't already doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to jump into turn order.
Well,
Just
I'm
gonna
going to
figure
shoot
out.
him, right?
Yeah, we get a stealth round.
So the whole point of me rolling that was that I'm just instinctively killing him, right? So I imagine that I'm shooting him. If the whole point was that I'm fast, I imagine I'm shooting him first, right? Before we do anything else.
I mean, I'd imagine we'd all get like one turn since we're coming from stealth.
I mean, that also makes sense. Technically, I guess we were stealth.
Yeah. Like your thing was to get like the advantage of him not being able to dodge. We would still get like the quote unquote surprise round.
I think you guys all creating advantages is your surprise round. I think it makes sense that everybody's notice then works because the elevator is opening.
You should make them roll notice.
Right.
Well, so
No.
I think that makes sense, except for in mine specifically, the intent was to be fast.
Right.
So like I think like for Jared it makes sense because he was prepping. For Caleb it makes sense because he was hiding. Or like right.
So are you
David should
okay
at least get a
with
free.
David? You go first, and then you drop back into the turn order the next round.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
he'd go
fine.
first regardless. I
No,
think
he would not.
he wouldn't.
I have 4
No.
notice, but
Oh, you have 4?
yeah,
I've written down here that you have 3. You must have
I
just
did.
changed
I
it.
improved it. Yeah.
Okay.
Last time we had a thing, I improved that because I couldn't improve athletics to 5, so I improved notice to 4 instead.
And
I mean, if I would go first, anyways, it doesn't really matter.
right. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just making the list of the other people.
Oh, well, if he has 5 notice, then he would go first. So I guess it doesn't matter.
Correct.
But I mean, it's basically the same. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So here you go. That and that too. Okay. So now, in theory, if narratively he's in a position where he can't, moving too fast for him to know what's going on since he's facing away from us, how does defending in that situation work? Because he can't dodge something unless he knows it's happening, right? So how does that work? I mean, honestly, I wondered that generally for this game.
I mean, it would probably be physique.
I'd say physique, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess that makes sense. There are some circumstances with some characters where they almost like they'd be better off rolling with physique. That's why I'm wondering. But I mean, but yeah, that's fine with me. That works. I assume his physique isn't higher than his athletics, right?
No, it is not.
Okay, so then that doesn't matter. In that case, it still makes sense. Wow, I got a -2 on that
Garbage.
roll. Fortunately, I did a thing, so I'm gonna re-roll it. Wait, what? I got a -3 to that roll.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna spend my
That is
boost to re-roll because I did abysmally.
Don't you have a thing where if you spend a fate point, or not a fate, spend a whatever thing, you get 4 instead of 2?
That's for invoking an advantage, and that might have been changed.
Yeah, it's also I don't have it anymore because it felt weird. Now I just get an extra consequence when I inflict a consequence on somebody. I can invoke it twice instead of once because it just feels a lot more cohesive with the game. 8, that's better.
Dang. Okay, I'll definitely spend a fate point to have him re-roll here.
Come on, -4.
I'm gonna invoke Angel of Death as I guess it sounds cheesy, but Luke is the angel of death. He is the king of death. He is the Grim Reaper. He's not going to go down without a fight.
I don't think he hasn't been dated with it.
I will pop that down again. 4. Hey, okay, so he takes 5.
I would like to decrease it by 1, so he takes 4, and I will give myself an advantage. An advantage.
Okay.
So let's see.
Are you sure you want to decrease it by 1? Because then you'd be doing it at the his 4 stress, and then he'd get a consequence if it's 5. You'd have to take the 4 stress and then a consequence. And then you'd be getting a free
No,
invoke from
you're
the consequence
right.
anyway.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, he's right. I do want to do that. That would actually benefit me more.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll take 5 instead.
So he takes a mild consequence, and I will call it nicked.
Uh-oh.
Call it nicked.
Sticky.
Sticky? No.
Because he's gas. Uh-oh, stinky.
Oh, stinky. No.
Yeah.
No.
I get 2 invocations on that, just to be clear.
Right.
So,
okay.
Thank
Then
you,
it
Jared,
is
for
Luke's turn.
reminding me of that.
Okay. So, Luke on his turn here is going to spend a fate point to on his stunt Pure Evil. Spend a fate point to sacrifice those around him to escape from an encounter.
How is he going to get out?
Does that? What's
He
that?
literally can't get out. How does he get out?
What do you mean?
There's nowhere for him to go. The elevator doesn't work.
So he's down in the facility. So he throws the scientist at you and runs deeper into the facility. So you guys came down into the basement of the facility and just got off the elevator.
Right. Okay. So he just goes deeper into the.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to pursue him. Like, I don't care about anything more than him.
Right. So he's spending a fate point to escape. So now you have to make rolls to try to figure out where he is. It's kind of what. So instead of it being like he moves a zone or two,
right.
He's gone. Basically, because you have to shoot the scientists that are in the way.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to shoot them unless they attack me. But yeah.
Basically, he throws them at you.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. I just mean it like for clarity. I'm not just going to gun them down.
All right, we were wondering there for a second.
You're not Joel. You're not Joel.
Well, I mean, I might accept that I'm focused on something more important.
Right.
I don't have time to waste on them. So
right.
We'll see what I think about them building nukes to destroy the world later.
Yep.
That's fair.
Okay, so how does this look like? What do you guys do next?
I full sprint down the hall.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna leave David and Jared to track down Luke and
Jared things.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take the scientists to the nuke lab thing.
Probably wait until everyone within sight of the elevator is dead.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good point. We'll probably stay in here another round, right, and just be stealth in the elevator until we see that there's a little bit of a clearing.
Okay, sure.
You want to do combat for the fodder in the hallway that there's no way they're going to
for the scientists or for like soldiers and stuff? No.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing with this scene is like you guys look awesome as you're going down the hallways, and like we get some cool scenes of Jared like reinventing his sword style and like sliding in and slicing off people's legs and cutting off arms and severing spines.
David, do you run side by side with me? Do we get a gun kata moment?
Yeah, like old times.
Yeah, buddy. Do we get a line from David after you like slay a few people of just like, ooh, I missed this?
I don't think so. I think he's literally just seeing red.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would, yeah. I don't even know if he realizes Jared is there.
Yeah, I basically say a pithy line to myself of, I still got it.
Okay, all right.
Like, thanks for coming, David. Like, yeah, no problem, David.
I know that was a response to what you asked me on the elevator. If I still know how to.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so as you guys are going, I want you guys to make an athletics roll.
What kind of athletics roll?
Like an overcome.
Running? Oh,
yep.
Okay.
I must have gotten a -3 to that roll. I did, yeah.
Stinky. See ya. Oops. See ya. Bye-bye.
Okay. David?
I got a 1, but I'm going to reroll.
Oh, okay. I see.
Didn't you just re-roll earlier?
Yeah, but I spent the thing to do it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't spend a fate point. I don't know. I really want this fate point though, because I want to do a thing later with it.
Yeah, we only have one.
Yeah.
We all only have one now.
It doesn't really matter if I keep up with them. What's the difficulty? Do we know?
I haven't rolled for him yet.
Okay.
I don't think his athletics is very good since he's like.
I suppose I should roll for him so you can
at this
decide.
point, you'll have to roll because then I'll.
Yeah. What? He does 5 athletics.
Yep.
He's a science nerd.
The shooting character, and they have to have good athletics.
What's that?
So he's a shooting character, and they have to have good athletics. So we just
Right.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I should be able to do that if I have anything but not terrible roll. So I'm gonna spend a fate point on some deserve a gentle passing because he does not. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Can I sacrifice my own
There we
roll?
go.
Never mind.
Woo!
I was gonna give David a boost, but screw that.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so
Can I use my invocations on these consequences for things other than hurting him? Because they're just aspects, right? So I can use them like any other aspect. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
I know I have to be the one that uses them, but I don't know if there's any other specifications. Caleb, do you know?
I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter. I got this. Let's deal with it later.
Well,
So here's how I want this to go. So David, you rush into a room.
Make a notice roll so I don't step on his mind.
You can make a notice roll if you would like.
I mean, only if you need me to.
I don't need you to. I don't know why I said that. I was like, if you want there to be a mine, you can make a notice roll. That's fine. No. So you run in to a room, and Luke is like panting at the other end of the door, and he has his hand on a button, and the door behind you closes.
Yeah, I don't even think I notice.
What's that?
Look at it. I don't even think I noticed. I just look at him and like,
Yeah.
I don't.
So he's separated from me, correct?
Yeah.
With my paltry 3.
And what he does is he starts laughing. And he says, "You were supposed to be outside, but I guess this will be fine. I can handle you by myself while your friends kill each other." And Jared, you run up to the door, and the door is locked. And
Good luck, David. Bye.
you feel strange as you like, and you can't see what's inside. But like you feel strange, and I want you to make a physique roll.
Uh-oh. What difficulty?
I believe it will be
12.
It is an 8.
What? Wow, this is physically impossible for me to get. I ain't gonna roll. I can't get an 8.
Oh, and but you have a fate point, don't you?
I guess.
You get a 6. Doesn't matter. Wait, what is he doing right now? Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, Caleb, we'll cut over to you. You are stealthed, right? And you're leading Clarence and Helen along. Yep. Caleb.
Sorry,
you're muted.
I was muted. Yeah, sorry.
I couldn't see your face.
I've been saying things too, and I Didn't realize it.
Oh, sad day.
It's all right. I was just gonna say, we basically wait for the initial place beyond the elevator to clear out, and then we would. I think we're stealthing. Like, it's not so much that we're like falling into shadows or whatever, but just trying to generally get there without being spotted or noticed.
Sure.
Yeah. So should I make a stealth roll for that, or? I guess I should, right? Because that's an overcome, and then I can maybe use my advantage.
It's actually irrelevant right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right now, it is time to make a physique roll.
Venting gas.
No.
Wow, he got the same roll.
Dang.
Holy crap.
Well,
that's what happens when he has
so
Was he rolling war for?
He set a couple of traps.
got a 3.
Like Matthew asked him to.
Is that a crafts roll?
I suppose that could be a crafts roll.
I imagine he'll just have a 7 to whatever one it is, right? That's the whole point. Doesn't really matter. I suspect.
I got 3.
Or I
assume
so it's a trap that he set up using like tech stuff and created a gas. So it's kind of a blend of the two. It could be crafts, it could be lore because of the gas he created.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think it matters that much. So,
Caleb, you turn around and you don't see Clarence and Helen anymore. They're gone.
Okay, so I'm hallucinating.
And you see something strange at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm hallucinating.
You see Mickey.
Yeah, of course.
And
it's a Nazi.
And she runs. She runs down a hallway.
Should Clarence and Helen make the roll as well?
I guess they could. I don't know what they have for physique. They don't have a
unless you just want to assume
physique at all. Yeah,
unless they have a 4, they can't even tie.
You know what would have been a smart idea? If we made some attempt in the 6 sessions since we last fought Luke to get some gas masks. Yeah.
Except that we do. We all have gas masks, remember?
Do we?
Yeah, we got gas masks from the farm, didn't we, for some reason?
You, Liz, and Alyssa got respirators.
Right. What was that for? Why did that happen?
Because you were worried about getting infected with the radiation sickness as you went to the...
So I have one.
Right.
Great.
Oh, David, good thing you're fighting him. You'll slaughter.
I remember I thought about this because I knew this was going to happen. And to some degree, in some way.
It makes sense that I didn't think of it, but Caleb, with your lore, you should have thought of it too.
Yeah,
it's been a fate point.
I don't have good lore anymore.
It's been a fate point to have fun.
I could. Yeah.
We could all spend fate points to neutralize Luke.
Can I do that, Connor?
Spend a fate point to have thought of it.
Spend a fate point to what?
To have thought of this in advance. I mean, we know Luke does gas stuff. How hard would it have been to get a gas mask?
I think you guys could both have gas masks on you if you spend fate points, but you didn't think to use it until now. Mm-hmm. And so the drug has already entered your system.
That's fair. Yeah, I think
you can have the respirators on you, except for the one that Liz has is for a kid.
All right, but Liz has it, so it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
I mean, it makes sense for me. Why would I'm not going to spend it? I'm not going to spend it anyway.
I'm saying we could have just found it.
I threw all of my stuff on the ground in like an emotional thing and went and got my old mercenary.
Okay, well, I'm gonna spend a fate point to have it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And yeah, I think basically, do you want me to make a roll to like not think that was to think that wasn't real, or can I just, because I mean, me as a player immediately is like, of course that's I feel, but
go ahead.
I guess my question is, do I have to make a roll? because me as a player immediately knows.
And
Like,
I mean,
and
Mickey's dead. So like,
Mickey's dead.
Yeah,
right?
I think you have to make a roll. Make a will roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Well.
Holy cow!
oh,
Minus
no,
one.
-3.
Folks.
That is like
GG.
the 4th -3 roll we've had since we got in here.
Okay, so
The Nazis discovered how to bring
Caleb,
people back to life.
what would you do if you actually saw Mickey running down a hallway?
I mean, I still wouldn't go out. Like, I wouldn't. Like, I would know. There's no way that I would immediately
Right.
assume.
No.
I
So
think
the
the
drug
idea
is
is-
messing with your mind.
Yes,
It's
but
not
even
only
if-
giving you a hallucination.
I still wouldn't run after
it's,
her.
It's
Like,
making you feel like you're going to dream.
I mean, I still wouldn't run after her. Like, I know. Like,
So
there's
there's no way in a dream, in the subconscious state, that Caleb would ever chase Mickey in a dream. Chase someone who is
No,
dead
that's not
in
what
a
I'm
dream
saying.
sequence.
Listen, but this is the thing. I knew where I was a moment ago.
Right.
I know that Clarence and Helen are supposed to be around here somewhere. I'm not going to I'm going to look for them. I'm not going to chase after Mickey. I don't see a way that my brain chemistry could be altered that quickly that I would immediately chase after a woman I know to be dead when I'm currently on a very important mission.
Okay. So you fall to the ground and you're like, this isn't happening. This isn't real.
Exactly. Yeah.
This isn't happening.
That's a much more, I think, appropriate response than me running after. So
Okay.
I'm fine with being like catatonic for a while. But
right. So then as the thing progresses, if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I would put on the respirator after that, right? I would be like, no.
You look on your belt and there is no respirator. You can't feel it. You can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. So Jared, we're cutting over to you.
Okay.
Same thing happens to you. You are right in front of you was the door, and then the door opens, and you're able to step inside. And
I tapped the sword on the wall. I'm just like, do I see David and dude?
David and
Oh,
Luke?
was there a window on the door?
No.
Oh,
No, there was not.
Never mind.
So there was a door in front of you and it wouldn't open, and it started affecting you. And then the door just opens and you walk in, and Luke is standing over. Oh, you don't walk in.
Yeah. What do I see from the outside?
You see nothing. It's just like white light.
Literally, they say don't walk towards the light. Don't do it, Jack.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of just like, David has him, and they're much from the rolls earlier. They're much faster than me, and they're not in this room. I'm kind of like, I could go sabotage all of the elevators. That's my train of thought right now.
Jared, we need to get out.
Yeah, we can just climb up the.
No, we talked about this already. Never mind.
What?
You're right. I just forgot we had this conversation.
Oh,
You're right.
Yeah. Is that an option? Do I see all the doors behind me mysteriously vanish, and that's the only entrance to go through?
No, I think you could turn around and see another door that wasn't there before.
You open it. There's another door. You open it. There's
Do I
another
see
door.
any doors that look like elevators?
Yes. As you think that thought, the door turns into an elevator door and it opens.
I am so high right now.
What do you do?
I mean, can I roll something to like know that I'm high?
Yeah,
Or being
go ahead and
affected?
roll well.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
So you succeeded at a minor cost. So you know that you're
I just can't get out of it.
right.
I want to like cut myself a little bit and do like one physical stress to try and snap myself out of it.
So, yeah, I guess you could make another will roll. I don't think giving yourself one physical stress adds anything to this.
Darn.
What
if
narratively you could cut yourself to try to snap yourself out?
Get it? I mean, wouldn't this be like a physique roll to try and like?
It's the same roll. It's the same roll regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, you have will and physique.
So the difficulty here would be an 8.
Never mind then. Impossible.
Well, what's you have 4, don't you?
I have 3 physique and 3 will.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not impossible. You can spend a point, but it's highly unlikely.
I need to get the max roll possible.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah.
You could also, Jared, roll, and if you fail, just succeed at a major cost and give yourself a consequence. Right? You could cut yourself open. That's a possible thing you can do.
Yeah, but knowing you'd be like, okay, you sever an artery, and that's 6.
You could say that I could do that, but I'm not going to tell you that that's what's happening.
I know
until you roll.
Yeah,
and then ask me what the major cost is.
Can I roll fight against myself?
No. That's the first time anybody's ever asked that question.
Why can't I roll fight against myself?
No, they just won't accomplish anything.
Yeah, they will. It's me out of it.
No,
the D&D barbarian who punches himself in the face to continue his rage.
Yes. Yeah. No, absolutely not.
I get low to the ground and does the gas have a smell?
No.
Does it? It's not visible either.
No, yeah.
It's a sightless scent. Can I taste it? I go,
no.
Man, this guy's like the smartest person to ever exist in the entire world.
For real. He's probably the smartest person alive right now.
Yeah.
He orchestrated the end of the world.
Oh, yeah. Good point. I was thinking like, I'll get low on the ground.
You can do that. But I mean, that makes perfect sense if Jared wants to do that. If he thinks that's a good idea.
But the thing is, like, but that could be even worse, because if it's denser than air, it'll settle on the ground. But if it's lighter than air, it'll settle higher.
So you got a 50-50 shot, Jared. What does Jared think to do?
Well, I mean, I can only do one thing.
Right.
You know what? Screw it. I'll go into light. That's obviously what you want.
You can do whatever you want. So you don't go in the elevator door. You turn around and go back through the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you walk in and you see Luke standing over David's dead body.
Hey, Luke.
And Luke starts maniacally laughing and like runs out the door.
I don't know if this is David. I am so high right now, dude.
Yeah, my dead body looks at you and says, "Yeah, you see that?" And I'm like,
"Yes,
that's rough, buddy."
Yes.
If this is actual David, I'm gonna feel so bad later, but I can't actually help you, so I'm just gonna move on.
It'll be pretty rude.
And I think I'll take over for you there, David. And I think David says, "You're gonna leave me like you left Mickey, huh?"
I mean, I didn't leave Mickey. She just like exploded.
I guess that's 2 deaths on your head.
Like a real like sad, pathetic like laugh. I'm just like, there's way more than that, buddy.
So what do you do?
I mean, is there an exit?
Yeah, the exit that Luke ran out.
I mean, yeah, just go out the exit. I mean,
Okay.
I give David a little kick. I'm like, was he like solid?
Yes.
You know, they say it's rude to kick a horse when it's dead.
Is he dead? Is he like dead?
No, he's not dead.
I mean, I guess I'll pick him up and leave.
I mean, he is dead, but he's still talking. Like, that's how he looks.
Okay, well,
He looks dead. Like he's like foam is coming out of his mouth.
Okay.
Like his eyes are bulging, but he's like still speaking.
Okay, yeah,
to you.
that's what I meant. Okay, I'll just leave him then. How sober Jared can deal with the emotional trauma of dead David.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I think we are going to kind of wrap up the session here with Caleb and Jared just hallucinating and not knowing what to do. And we will cut back over to you though, David, before we close. What's this look like? You're facing down with Luke, but you're doing it all alone.
Yeah. I mean, he just slides his gas mask on, or well, it's okay. I think it'll sound weird if he does that first. So he just says, all this time I've been blaming, I don't know, God, the world, fate, myself. I finally have a face to blame. And he slides a mask over his face. And then
he's wearing a gas mask as well. And so what he says is, it's your face now too.
I think he might say pink, but yeah. yeah. Nice.
I totally forgot that he was just pink.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes it seem so much better.
Wait, what's pink?
His
gas
mask.
respirator.
Oh,
The kid gave it to me.
that's funny.
Can it be a Hello Kitty branded? A Killy?
No, it's not Hello Kitty.
Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
It's the Pokemon wheezing
Yes.
for irony's sake.
Okay, so we will open up then next session with Caleb and Jared on a trip and David in combat with one of the bosses all by himself. We'll see how it goes.
I think I get to change
Fun
all my
stuff.
stuff in between the session and the next one, I guess.
Yep. And David, just to describe the room for you as well. Like it's a big kind of like the doors that closed are like pointed and like big thick doors that like latch into the ground. And it's kind of like a little bit of like a factory room. So there's like some mechanical arms and like machinery and stuff like that in it.
So when I imagined this fight, I imagined tanks of like swirling green gas and stuff. Is that an option? Can we have that as the thing?
Tanks of swirling green gas.
Yeah, like if this was like his workshop or something, he would have like all of his concoctions.
Oh, sure.
around and like a pool of acid somewhere.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Cool.
And there is a window up, like a piece of glass up to the like top right of you.
A skylight.
No, like in the wall where like people could look down on the machinery.
Like an observation window. Okay.
Yeah, like an observation window. Yeah. So that's kind of the setup for the room, just to give you a picture of that. But yeah, pop on your pink gas mask. And I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be great. Okay, and then we'll basically see what you two do next session of like how to get out of what's going on. And I think we can talk about it in the after show.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
All right. We will see you guys next week with another episode of
Do you remember the name of the show is?
Orphans of the American Dream. Yes, thank you.
There we go.
I was just going to say the show.
If you're a patron, you want to give us money, you can see a fun little after show clip where we talk about this session. All right.
Yeah.
Adios.